There. All right. I'm audible on stream now. Hello, Monk. Let me see what's going on with V's voice on the. You're muted on my Discord call, V. Thank you for farting. I don't know if you can hear. You muted in the VC call, V.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
I see what you mean. I don't know how I did that, but I did.
That's okay. All right. I think we're ready for video game.
Yay!
Right. Thank you, V, for agreeing to go on this journey with me into my favorite Elder Scrolls game.
It's my favorite Elder Scrolls story, so, you know.
All right.
It's a win-win in these parts.
And I think I gotta put the game volume just a little lower. There we go. Otherwise, I'm tempted to like.
Also, we lost the shared chat.
Damn it! That happened yesterday with me and Mirage. You want to try? I guess
I'm back in the guest star, but because luckily, if you were part of one and then it dies for whatever reason, you can just hop back in.
Oh, word. Okay.
You just have to restart.
Okay, there it is. That should do it. Haha. Haha. Functionality. But yeah, welcome to Elder Scrolls 3, everybody. It's my favorite, mostly because of how, well, it's a combination of the game's setting and how it achieves its main narrative plot, you know, like the I guess the short version is this, you know, like many RPG games, you be the chosen one in it, but this one actually succeeds in making it ambiguous if you're actually the chosen one or just somebody who's going through all the motions. And it also kind of...
I do love the idea, like, and we'll get into it a bunch, I'm sure, but the idea of prophecy in regards to the chosen one idea or just RPG, you're the protagonist, gets completely flipped over its head in Morrowind, where it's like, are you or did you make it happen?
Yeah, and then the commentary of, you know, is it like, does it matter, like in the, you know, in the end. S. Kennedy's asking if I'm running OpenMW. I am not. I was gonna, but that, like, I ran into issues doing it yesterday. And so I just took a, you know, half dozen or so mods that V selected beforehand to kind of do what was like, they're basically like a lot of fixes, bug fixes, patches, a minor texture package, and like, you know, like rebalancing some mechanics to where they actually work, because the vanilla version is notorious for having like a couple of the in-depth mechanics just having like a bad formula in the code somewhere, resulting in like stuff that didn't actually work.
Straight up, the math sucked in some of Morrowind.
The main thing I like is that it makes it not crash when you alt. One of the mods that I did, I think, addresses that. There was one called an optimization one, and the other was like a unofficial, official. I've been tabbing out of it all afternoon in preparation for this, and several times during stream. So far so good. Let's hope that continues while the game is actually running for a little while.
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah.
Alrighty, well,
your learning experience.
So we're starting on Elder Scrolls 3, obviously. You know, like Elder Scrolls 1 and 2 are completely different birds. I never actually played them and only seen brief glimpses of them. What's your experience with those two, V?
Yeah, I haven't played them either. I read a lot about them because I was very curious as to what, but I thought they were outside my my realm of Elder Scrolls, because all the Elder Scrolls games are very different enough, so where some people might not enjoy adjacent ones regardless. But Arena and Daggerfall especially are very different from Morrowind. Daggerfall is particularly interesting because it's procedurally generated. It's huge because it's procedurally generated, while Morrowind is not.
And Daggerfall was 2, and Arena was 1.
Yes.
Okay. Like, I always get those flip-flopped in my head because, like, Arena sounds like a spin-off, right?
It does sound like a spin-off. Yeah, the idea, because even though it is the first one, the idea was that they planned on having you just fight in an arena, and they're like, "But what if you didn't?"
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they made it all about leaving the arena and actually making it an RPG, which is incredible.
They're like, listen, we'll keep the title so the investors don't know what we're actually doing in here, and when we release the game, it'll make money and everyone will be happy.
Oh, yeah, Elder Scrolls Redguard and Rivenspire and all that crazy fun noise.
Oh man, yeah.
Also outside my expertise in terms of actually playing these games.
You can suggest play Daggerfall if you're gonna play any of the pre-Morrowind games.
Yeah, Arena's story isn't really all that, but
Yeah, I remember like once upon a time, like realizing, like around when Oblivion was in its heyday, I was like, yeah, you know what? I played Morrowind and Oblivion, and I got curious about, the implied first and second games and read about them a little bit, but I don't really remember much about them other than they were kind of basically super prototypes of each other and each in their own regard to Morrowind.
mhm.
A lot of lore in Daggerfall, surprisingly. Yeah, we're like
There is
that's
a lot of reading about Daggerfall.
right. It's like their writing department was allowed to go ham, and like so a ton of the concepts that are presented here in Morrowind are kind of presented in the sense as they would be in world, but also in the fact that these are concepts players from 2 would already be familiar with. Excuse me. So, well, what's the world of Elder Scrolls, real quick? B, you want to give us like a real zoomed out breakdown on what the world of Elder Scrolls is?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I guess I can. When I look at Elder Scrolls, at least from like the outside point of view, into what it boils down to for what all the games have in common, what the universe is trying to display to you is about the races. Like before we even get to the creation stories, before we even get into the primordial deities or the current deities, before any of that is the races, because it is the races that we interact with constantly. Every conflict is based off of the races interacting with each other. Every alliance, every event in history it's always a racial and cultural difference. And in this case, Morrowind's actually a little bit different because we're focusing on one in particular. This is probably the first time where the difference in races isn't as important as the biggest difference of this one particular race that caused them to go somewhere completely different. But anywho, and generally, it's a world. There's a bunch of continents, but the only one we really focus on is Tamriel, because that is where the main races reside,
Isn't
and
like
it's
the
also
whole
up
world
into different
called
countries.
like the whole planet, if you will,
Nern,
called Nern? Yeah, that's it.
these Nern, but we only
Nirn.
but the only continent we ever interact with is Tamriel.
Right.
We hear stories, we hear like little facts and tidbits about the other ones. We never go there in any of the games, which I find incredibly interesting because you'd think it'd be such a huge deal, but apparently Tamriel is the focus point.
Well, yeah, and it's like it gives, I guess, the creators of the game like this huge void that they could later decide to fill in if they ever wanted to.
True. And we've barely even scratched the surface of Tamriel as a whole. So, like, even, and in terms of the setting of Morrowind in particular, in regards to Tamriel. It's one country. It's one country on the northeastern part of Tamriel that borders Skyrim, Cyrodiil, and Black Marsh. But the only part we are interacting with in this game, despite its title, is actually not the entirety of Morrowind. We're interacting with a island of Vardenfell,
Right,
which is the only bit that we get to interact with here. But there is a whole mainland country of Morrowind that we don't get to touch.
right. Like, but from what I remember looking at a map, though, like Vardenfell represents something like 80% of the total landmass of Morrowind anyway. It's just like a huge island, and the rest of it's kind of like the coastline that on the mainland that goes around it.
Generally coastline, yeah. There is some that goes deeper, depending on the era. Like I think in the modern era of, especially after the events of this game, it's pushed even more to the coastline.
Right, yeah.
But at the time
Morrowind
of this
has
game,
preceded a lot of
it goes pretty far south into Black Marsh territory.
Well, okie dokie. Well, okay, so then to set the scene, what era are we in, and like in, I guess, a little bit of context for that?
Well, this would be the third era. This would be after the Emperor Tiber Septim had united all of Tamriel at the end of the second era. Because typically the eras end and begin due to big points in history.
Right.
Those who've played Oblivion know that the end of Oblivion, the Oblivion Crisis, started the fourth.
Oh, okay, right. So we're kind of at like the height of the third era, or in terms of like the Empire's influence during that time.
Not to the height of their influence, because Tiber Septim is long since gone and the countries are hardly unified.
Oh, well, I guess I mean as far as like their reach,
but in
right?
terms of, yeah, in terms of their reach, and especially the Emperor that we know so well, the one that you meet in Oblivion at the very beginning, for a very short amount of time, he is still the Emperor during the duration of this game. He is the one who sends us here.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. Well, all right. So
Patrick Stewart.
Vardenfell is about 35 to 40%. Okay, yeah. So this is still like, when you think of an island, you probably
it's a
don't
big chunk.
Yeah, you don't think of that kind of ratio, But yeah.
Yeah, it's a big chunk, and it's the main seat of power for the tribunal as a whole.
Yeah, it's where all the culturally important shit happens for the region, right?
Yeah, it's a particularly big deal because you can kind of think about it in an England sort of thing in terms of warfare. Vardenfell, like even during wartime, if Morrowind was pushed back, they had Vardenfell.
Oh, okay, kind of like a last bastion sort of thing. Like, there's
precisely.
because there's a whole ass channel, of water, English Channel style between Vardenfell and the rest of the mainland. I came here for the music. Thanks for coming here, Grim Clown J. Okay, so we have an empire. We have a, I guess, frontier territory that's like in the process of imperial assimilation, not insemination, assimilation. Excuse me.
Hold on now. It's a completely different territory.
You can't say that on Twitch.television. And so anyway, well, you say that. Well, okay, don't worry. We'll get to the lusty Argonian maid eventually, I suppose. But no. So yeah, that's the setting. We're in a frontier imperial province where some guy who was a prisoner, and we kind of imprint ourselves as the player onto this blank canvas. And I guess I'll just start the game.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, look at the clan fear. For 2 seconds.
Each event is preceded by prophecy, but without the hero, there is no event. Some guy. In the waning years of the third era of Tamriel, a prisoner born on a certain day to uncertain parents was sent under guard without explanation to Morrowind, ignorant of the role he was to play in that nation's history.
They have taken you from the Imperial city's prison.
Oh shit, my bad. Broke
First
it.
by carriage and now by boat.
You broke it.
To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Many fall, but one remains.
Wake up. We're here.
Grab a brush, put a little makeup.
Why are you shaking?
You want it too?
Wake up. Stand up.
Oh, cue the music.
There you go. You were dreaming.
Very.
What's your name?
That's right. We're PC gaming in the early 2000s. Alright. Okay, hold on a second. Let me do a little bit of a stream QA real fast. I forgot I need to flip my camera because I'm looking at a different monitor than I usually am. So here I go. Yay! Now I'm facing the proper way.
Now here, let me flip your PNG around. Really immerse.
All right, yeah. We gotta have this verisimilitude. How's the footage look? Does it look dark for you? I mean, I know we're in a dark cargo
It looks
hold of
alright.
the ship. But...
Yeah, I believe it looks alright.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, yeah. All right. Fabulous. Okay. Well, here we're...
Suppose it's nothing this stream? I don't see why not. If you see me abandon them early by accident because we're into something deep, I apologize.
well, we promised to throw one in there eventually.
Yeah, definitely at some point the Koopa will pop up.
But thanks for being in here, everybody, for Morrowind. I guess it's time to answer this dude. So he was like, "Hey, man, you were having a nightmare, bro. It's shaking." He seems real concerned, even though he has like one of the gruffest, scariest sounding voices, which is just a normal Dunmer voice, which is what this person is. This is a Dunmer person, the dark elf of the game. And I guess I will name myself.
Immersed!
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not even last night's
But also probably the most metal-looking Dunmer, despite the potato graphics of this game.
I'm sure the nights go.
True.
I always wondered what he would look like in like modern graphics. Probably the most metal Dunmer you've ever seen in your life.
Alright. Alright, hold on a sec. I'm gonna do a little bit more fine-tuning. I believe we could lower the music a little bit. Footsteps up, everything else maxed out. We'll try that, because the character voices were still coming in a little quiet, but if I were to raise the game volume, the game music would have started becoming quite bombastic. The key is keeping track of a disappearing mouse cursor. Alright, we'll see what the in-game dialogue sounds like eventually. Fortunately, there's not a shitload of in-game dialogue, but what little there is, we want to be able to hear. I forget, what's to the east of Morrowind? Oh, like the ocean, I
Even
guess.
Morrowind?
Even Morrowind.
Eventually Akavir, I suppose.
Eventually Hammerfell if you miss Akavir.
That's true.
Alright, well, here we are in a boat.
You miss Akavir, you miss Kakuda, and you just
keep
end
this
up in
as civil as
Hammerfell?
possible.
Huh.
Is Nern Canal? I think it's spherical.
Now, prisoner.
Alright, I'll get on deck.
We've never had that test. Solstheim is in the game, Yuki. Solstheim is in one of our expansions.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, one of the mods we got is a mod that like makes it to where the game doesn't immediately suggest you go to DLC when you start a new game. So
Yeah, that one was huge for me.
Yeah, that one's nice.
Expansion in this game,
It's an
not
expansion.
DLC.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, all right. You know,
back when it was just the discs, I know.
This is a semantics. And the term, I am sorry, I've conflated the terms in my mind, and so I'm going to have to accidentally use them interchangeably. So if that causes a little bit of itching, That's just how it's gotta be. I'm sorry.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
All right, so immediately we're thrown into what looks like a familiar fantasy setting, but also giant bug.
Let's go. Move it along.
Let's see. Can we see any of the big mushrooms from here? Not really. But, you know, it looks like kind of a jungle
Let's go.
situation.
Move it along.
I'm gonna go. Leave it. Excuse me.
Sounds so cool.
I love the
Siltstrider's
sounds.
never. Like, as soon as I heard the Siltstrider for the very first time, I was like, I love this game.
Okay, so
I
that
don't
sound is
get-
supposed to
I don't
be
know.
the Siltstrider.
It is. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the Siltstrider's sound.
You know, like, because I can never identify it, I guess, as a... See, this playthrough's already paying off, V. See? I already, already learned something.
Well, in Soulstein that Yuki's talking about in Skyrim, there is a Siltstrider in Skyrim that you can meet, and it makes the same sound. Oh, I was gushing so hard.
I never noticed that. That's neat.
Yeah, I recommend saying hi at one point whenever you play Skyrim again.
All right. Well, so here we have, you know, a dock. We have Imperial soldiers. This is, like, I guess, one of their outposts, huh? Sedanine, it's
Yeah, you could
called.
say that.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
From where? Okay, so the game wants you to be a Dunmer, basically.
It does select from the get-go.
And well, each of the race choices have, you know, basically a set stat bonus. For instance, the Argonian here, their athletics is naturally high. Bretons, they have naturally higher magic stats. Dark elves, they're good at short blades, destruction magic, right? And so on and so forth through the list.
Oh, some of these races look super different than what they do in the modern day. Like, they've kind of solidified, I think, what they want, but a lot of them look real funky.
Let's see. Well, like in this one, the Argonians actually have the, like, you know, elongated foot length to where they have, like, it looks like the reverse knee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And same thing for the Khajiit, right?
Yeah, something like that. And then there's like the, I think it was with the orcs. They wanted to better try to tell us that orcs used to be elves, so they went crazy with the ears in this one. But like nowadays, no one notices the ears on an orc.
I mean, like, I would always just figure, you know, orcs would have pointy ears anyway, and probably not personally put it together with elves in my head, apart from what I know about Tolkien orcs, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Especially, yeah.
Since that's the basis of all modern fantasy anyway.
Definitely.
I'd be more interested if the orcs weren't somehow related to elves. Alright. Well, what do you usually play as, V? On any given Elder Scrolls?
Dunmer all the time.
You're basically a strict
Usually-
Dunmer player.
No, not strict. I definitely pick anything for the most part. But Dunmer is the one that I always choose first. Mostly because I just really enjoyed the setting of this game.
It's true. And it's nice to fulfill the role a little bit more, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, if we're the Dragonborn in Skyrim, do I pick a Nord? Because does it make sense for the Nord to be the one that is Dragonborn? And, you know, it's like, does it make sense that the Dunmer has, like, the Nerevarine has to be the Dunmer? I don't know. Who's to say? But
Right.
I
I mean,
always
it's clearly, yeah, it's like it's established that, you know, anybody, they even, like in the cutscene, they justify it by saying, like, you know, to uncertain parents and uncertain fate or whatever. I think that's like a reference to, like, it could be any race. Doesn't matter. Or at least that's not in the fine print. Alright, let's see.
I think the only reason anybody would have assumed is just because of the place where it all happened and that Nerevar was a Chimer, so...
Right.
You know.
And to clarify, a Chimer is what the Dunmer were before they were Dunmer. And we'll learn more about that.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's roll with it then. Let's roll with it. Let's see what faces we got. We could be Mephistopheles. Uh, see, I like this guy's smirk. You know what? Let's go with, whoa, hair also means ears. Wow, we can get like, you know, gremlin ears going on here. Like, get that mohawk action. This seems pretty chill. Either way, hold on. These both have a serious widow's peak. How do you? Oh, yeah, that's right. Whoa.
Definitely looks like he belongs in like a tribunal temple somewhere with that hair.
Right? This is the guy whose face they use for like the box art. This guy is so high. Can't believe it, man. His eyes are somehow even redder than the rest of them. Thank you for the follow.
I love how much the eyes change just by changing the face.
This guy's got like face tats. And like, you know, the elves in this setting, they're like, yeah, facial hair. That's not usually a thing. I think I actually like this guy. Yeah, we're pretty laid back. I'm gonna go with it. That's me, man.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
All right, here comes the part. V, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. This next part is probably the most influential part of the game for me and has been a voice clip in my head well, since probably about 2002 by Socusius Ergala. I'm going with that. Does that sound right?
Ergala, I believe. This is kind of like how it rolls off the tongue.
Oh, okay. Mr. Ergala.
Ergala or something like that.
Yeah. Susu Studio. All right.
All
right. Here goes.
Ah, yes. We've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Yes. Oh, man, that's a good sound clip. I don't know why I don't have that as a sound alert. Probably going to have to add that for this series.
Definitely.
Okay, so this is fun stuff. We get to, like, answer, like, a, you know, was it the, like, Omaha psychiatric battery of tests in order to generate a class? Or we can, like, pre-generated list or put in the points ourselves. But, you know, we're going to have fun with that questions.
You chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a
You got
hunter's
it, Monk.
claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you
So I'll say,
What do you
when it came to the classes, I always just picked from the list because I did not have the capacity when I first played this game to like understand what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
So I just was like, you know, because I think I did the questions the first time around, but I restarted Morrowind so many times because I'd come back to it and not remember what I was doing, and it's not like the game tells you anymore in a significant way. So it was just like, well, I guess I got to restart. And I remember facing a lot of difficulty from my first question and answer choice. So I definitely just picked from the list of classes for like the rest of them.
Yeah, once I understood what the stats did, I kind of figured out, like, all right, so these are my cheese stats, because these are things that always get skilled up kind of passively, and, like, you know, so on and so forth. But yeah, the questions I find fun. We can have a little fun with this. So he's asked this strange animal trapped in a snare. It's not going to live long. It's bleeding. What do? We don't interfere with the natural evolution of events, but rather take the opportunity to learn more about the strange animal we've never seen before. Use herbs from our pack to put it to sleep. Draw our dagger, mercifully ending its life with a single thrust. I have a little bit of personal trauma involving a situation kind of like this, and the third option is actually closest to what went down. So we'll do that
One
without.
summer afternoon, your
I've had a
father gives
very
you a choice
similar
of
interaction
chores.
when, yeah, they
What
basically
would
just
you
was the
rather
third
do?
option, more or less.
I mean, I didn't have herbs from my pack, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think I had any like
no, yeah, you're always
awesome
short,
painkillers for it either. So,
right? Let me just make you a
anywho.
tincture. Uh, One summer afternoon, our father gives us a choice of chores. What do we like to do? Work in the forge, making a new plow. That sounds like me. Gather
I mean,
herbs.
uh, you're basically a foam smith.
That's
You work your
true.
own forge.
I do have a heat gun that I shape material with. Go catch fish in the stream. All right, yeah, work the forge. Work
Your
the forge.
cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even
Ooh.
worse, likes
Oh,
to
thanks,
call
V.
you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to stop, but he finds it very amusing to watch you blush. What do you do?
A very embarrassing nickname. I won't even utter it here. All right. So what do we do about our cousin calling us a nickname? Make up an even more embarrassing nickname and use it constantly. Make a story that makes our nickname a badge of honor. Beat up your like, come here, I'll show you why they call me Frenchie. uh, beat up your cousin and then tell him that if he ever calls you that nickname again, you'll bloody him worse than this time. I'm in the middle choice, I think.
Yeah, me too. Mostly because you need the material for the first one. Like,
Yeah.
who knows if he has such nickname material?
Right? I think
We could always do the second one.
I think I'd rather work with what I got than draft new material, you know?
There is a lot of heated
Oh, here
discussion
we
at the
go.
local tavern over a group of people called telepaths.
Ooh.
They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not.
Oh shit, it's Minority
You
Report.
believe what?
Minority Report. Philip K. Dick wrote this quiz.
My God.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So, are you that or Orwell? Let's see. Loyal followers of the king have nothing to fear. All right. Yeah, not that one. Let's see. This is a terrible practice. A person's thoughts are his own. No one, not even a king, has the right to make such a. I mean, privacy. That one sounds good. Also care. Oh, thanks.
Thank you for the care package,
for you, for V. In these times, it is a necessary evil. Although you do not necessarily like the idea, okay, so that's the liberal centrist wishy-washy answer. Middle one. I'm a stand on principle here.
Oh, yeah,
Your mother sends you
definitely.
to the market with a list of goods to buy. After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
Okay, well, this is gonna be a shopkeep that's like, this is his business. He owns the place. He probably like lives in the room behind the, we know how shops in Elder Scrolls are. This isn't like Walgreens. Like if I get home from Walgreens and I see they accidentally gave me an extra 20 and change, I'm not going back. But if I went to like a thrift store, if I went to a
Walmart
thrift
could
store,
get
yeah,
bent,
Walmart,
okay?
Walmart could eat the loss, I think, maybe. But for like a mom and pop, I'll go back, or like I'll next time I go, I'll hit them up or something. I'll make it good.
Double
Let's
tip
see.
them, I don't care. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Karma, it'll go. Now let's see. Pocket the extra money, knowing the shopkeepers in general tend to overcharge. The highly cynical response. Return to the store, give the shopkeeper harder money, explain him the mistake, decide to put the extra money to good use and purchase items for your family. Yeah, middle answer.
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief
Dude would give
cut
us
a
the
purse
hookup
from a
next
noble.
time.
Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
Yoink.
I mean, he's a noble.
Yeah, I'm like, yoink. Yeah, that's a hard yoink on that one.
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe.
Steal from the rich, give
cleaning
to the
stables.
poor.
On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run
Now
into
that
a
one was
friend
stealing
of a
from
homestead near
Walgreens.
your own. He offers to do it
Definitely.
for you in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we're doing the Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn, painting the picket fence thing. Trading chores. Let's see. He offers to do the chore we don't like for a future favor of his choosing. Either we accept his offer, knowing he'd give us a shittier job later. Decline his offer, knowing that Dad, he expects us to do the work. Or the middle choice, ask him to help. I mean, I'm a middle pather on this one, I think. Like, no, man, get over here.
Yeah,
Help me
between the middle path and just declining it
and just-
entirely because I'm very used to just, get it
right,
done,
like
we'll move on.
I wouldn't be sore if the dude said nah, Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Your mother
either one of
asks
those
you
is
to help
fine.
fix the stove. While you're working, a very hot pipe slips its moorings
Oh,
and
shit.
falls towards her. What do you do?
Oh, shit.
To action, we must react fast. Grab the hot pipe, try to push it away, push mother out of the way, or get between the pipe and your mother. I'm a hot pipe holder. Wait, what does that mean?
My guess, admittedly, I know what my first reaction would be, and it would be to grab or push the pipe. That's just what's gonna be.
Yeah.
Sure, I believe pushing poor mother out of the way would probably be the best in the sense that no one would get burned, but I'm not gonna have that thought process. It's just gonna.
Yeah, right. We gotta play ball here, and in a way, the third answer is the same as the first answer. It's just like, what part of myself am I putting in the way?
Well, yeah, and imagine if you're putting yourself between the pipe and your mom, but I mean, and I'm guessing this is like a lighter pipe, so it's not going to knock you both over. It's just going to sit there burning you more, so might as well just push it away.
Yeah, it seems like something you could
While
probably.
in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll.
The sweet roll question.
You take it into an alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age.
Oh shit.
The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it.
Oh,
What do you do?
sweet kung fu fight. Yeah, that's one of the choices.
Always down for a sweet kung fu fight. Very Bruce Lee answer.
Yeah. So, okay, act like you're going to give him the sweet roll. Last minute, throw it in the air, hoping they'll pay attention to it long enough for you to get a shot in on the leader. That was pretty neat. Second option, drop the sweet roll, step on it, and then get ready for the fight. Give him the sweet roll without argument, knowing later this afternoon you'll have all your friends with him and can take him down. Oh, shit. All these options are pretty cool.
You don't even remember you, and you just start tracking him down, just like, oh god, what the hell?
There he is. Get him.
I guess the first one.
Yeah.
That's the one that sounds the most fun.
I think so.
Entering town, you find that
There's time to
you're
catch it,
next to a
maybe, even.
very well-dressed man running from a crowd.
Yeah, right.
He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
Is he naked? Oh, no, he's well dressed. All right.
He's very well dressed.
Damn. Well, that affects the answer. Let's see. Stand aside, let the man and mob pass, realizing it's probably best to not get involved. Rush to the man's aid despite lack of knowledge. Rush to the town's aid despite. Yeah, I think I'm a bystand on this one. This one doesn't need my involvement.
We don't have enough information. Though if I was going to lean towards one, it would admittedly probably just be with the town, because I'm curious what he did. If he's well dressed, then he probably did something poor to get everyone mad at him.
That's fair. I'm gonna let it develop. What we got here? Our personality and past reflect a rogue. Well, all right. Less them stats.
Let's take a rogue.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under
we'll see him at the
certain
end.
sign. And what
Birth
would
sign.
that be?
All right. So the one I would like pick normally is like kind of just to get the show on the road sign would be the steed because it just increases your movement speed. But let's see. So we got star
I did
signs.
pick that one for a while, and then I realized you could just use the Silt Strider to go to Balmora basically from the get-go.
Oh
so
yeah.
I so instead of doing the walk, I was like, no, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna fast travel with this Silt Strider.
Oh yeah. Gonna be definitely making use of the Silt Strider. Okay, so we're a rogue, right? Uh, what's Sanctuary?
I do not recall.
Yeah, it's
That's
not like
Google's
bringing up
bar.
not bringing up a info pane. Thought it would. Oh, I
Let's see.
forgot to like
That's what
ask
I'm
you
here
about
for.
syncing up
In the
ads or
early.
whatever, V.
Oh, is that something we can do?
Well, I mean, I guess we could just like decide to have similar ad break timings and then start at the same time, and that would achieve it. But I got
yeah,
a
probably.
I got a 2.5 minute ad starting in 4.5 minutes, just so you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, we could talk about it another time. We shall figure that out. But anyway, that's what I'm here for, is for the data center. Sanctuary has a magic effect and a spell that increases the target's chance of dodging attacks. It impacts hand-to-hand combat and evading attacks made with melee or ranged weapons.
Oh,
It has
that's right.
no effect on magic, so yeah, it's a uh, we could dodge more.
Right, it's like
Particularly physical.
it increases whatever value they need to roll to hit for us while it's active.
Yeah, and we'll have more depending if how our evading already is.
Dodge percentage, yeah. So okay, so that's the thief sign. The other one pertinent to sneaking around is the shadow, which grants a minute of invisibility, which instantly goes away as soon as you touch something. Like you could basically only walk around while invisible. Which sometimes is handy for like the clutch, like, stealing thing, because it's like you can get away with jacking just one thing when you're invisible. Let's see, but what else do we got? We have the apprentice, fortify maximum magicka, which is, like magic meter. 1.5 times your intelligence score. So the higher the int, the better this works. We experience a 50% increase in weakness to magic attacks, though.
Mm-hmm.
The Adarnak, which is like think like an elemental kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the Ajanok or the particular elemental Daedra. Though, actually, I think in the time of Morrowind, it might have been more of the idea that they were mage-made, is what they were leaning towards. That or I'm thinking of Daggerball. One of the two.
Sanctuary did not return in future titles. Well, yeah, because then they went to like just everything hits and had to figure out how to do the action economy completely different.
Yeah, because you
Let's
weren't rolling on attacks anymore after
Yeah,
Morrowind.
like we gotta figure out how to make this fun with every hitting. All right. Let's see. Adarnak, Womb Burn. That's a cool ability. It's spell absorption, 50 points. Now, what do you absorb when you spell absorb? When like a magic attack hits you?
Yeah, I believe so. Uh,
I guess it would recover
I
your
think
magicka.
I remember the Atronach being more of a bad thing.
Well, it also has
Uh,
stunted magicka, like, so I guess like our
yeah,
magicka
so
doesn't regenerate unless we're being hit by
yeah,
magic or drinking potions.
yeah, basically, and like there's ways to get around that, but for the early game, it's incredibly rough.
Am I still? Oh my god, it is. Ah,
Streaming
man.
live.
For real though.
But like, I guess that depends on what you're deciding to go as. Like, how much magic are you planning to use there, Megatron?
Probably not a ton. Maybe like just some utility stuff. So nothing like
because honestly, I liked the Atronach if I wasn't a mage. Interestingly enough, just because it made you very, very capable against fighting mages,
right? Because you could just absorb their
and
magic.
you're not going to use the magic anyway, so who cares,
And it gives me 2 times my intelligence score extra max magicka. That could be a good way to augment somebody who doesn't usually cast spells to be able to cast certain things. Like, for instance, I want to be able to do recall and stuff like that. But all right, I got an ad coming up. I'm gonna see what the heck's going on with my internet. Hopefully during the ad break, but hopefully we don't have to cut this short on account of this, because I'm dropping frames all over the place. All right, we'll be right back, gang. Or you know what'd be if anything, V. I'll just drop my stream and we could just keep going on yours.
That's true. I mean, I feel like it would work just fine.
Alrighty, but for now, we'll be right back.
Welcome back.
I'm back, and by golly, ding dang, dang it, I really hope that everything works proper. I haven't dropped any more frames since break started, so of course it'll start doing it right now once we're back. All right, am I coming through clear?
Let me refresh your page now that you said you're not dropping anything more.
Okay. At least for now. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Sonny. Appreciate you, pal. I hope your Resident Evil experience was an experience. I caught the very, very beginning. It was mostly just Sonny, like, kind of going, man, this game's dark. Why is it so dark? Oh no, narrow hallway. I was like, hell yeah, this is the Resident Evil content I wanted. But yeah, Raiders, thanks for taking care of Sonny, and if you got a raid and fade, I can dig it. But it's me and DesignationV, and we're doing Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, and I don't know if I could chain any more rhymes up. Your stream is no longer 2.5 minutes behind V, so things seem to have improved. Hot diggity dog. Thanks for the QAS cam. But yeah, we've just gotten started, basically. We're fresh off the boat, literally and figuratively, in Morrowind, and we did the questionnaire where we ended up being a rogue after making some fun choices, including the sweet roll question, as is commonplace in Bethesda games, I guess.
An important question.
Where did that start? It didn't start here, did it?
Oh, I have no idea, actually.
That's
this is as early as I know it. But
yeah, for real. That's what I just realized. I was like, this is the first instance I know of it. But anyway, you think it started here? Incredible. It was history. Check
like, it's one of those things I feel like you would have had to have played you had to have played them all to, I think, understand. Because again, I can read all the lore pages I want about Daggerfall. I don't think they're going to mention the Sweet Roll origin.
All right, welcome in, Blue Flare. All right, so I'm enticed by the Atronach, since I'm not thinking about relying on it as on magic as anything other than utility. But to go down the list, okay, here's like a personality upgrade. The lady gives you Lady's Favor and Lady's Grace, which is respectively a personality and endurance upgrade. That's really good. The endurance upgrade?
Lady was another one I often chose. Because, I mean, that's 25 points for
That's
2
huge.
skills is not... Yeah, that's not a small amount of
Yeah,
points.
that's huge. All right, well, this jumps to the top of...
Well, we'll probably go more into what the different attributes actually do, but endurance directly affects health in this game, so it's a big deal.
Yeah, and stamina. And and just having a higher personality score, smooths out a lot of the social interaction aspect, which does kind of boil down to an RNG role with bribing sometimes.
And also, right on as Kennedy. Apparently, it showed up in Arena, the sweet roll question.
Oh,
So it has ever
snap.
been a staple
It
since the
is.
very beginning.
Holy moly. Thank you for that bit of info, S. Kennedy. That's intense. Well, I have dropped. I am dropping frames again.
I will say on my part, it's not the worst that it could be. Like it's every now and again, it'll just
do like a
freeze for like
stutter,
a
right?
couple seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll freeze for like a couple seconds and then it'll go back, and that's probably what's attributing to the latency.
Yeah, just adding
And
up.
at least, at least for how I watch things, that doesn't bother me at all.
Okay, we'll try to stick it out. So yeah, I mean, like that's one of the benefits of having a background that has motion in it, like my stream does, because I can just glance at my phone and see if
You can just
if
look.
I'm late.
It's a good point.
The Lord.
But hey, we're getting it all out of our system now, and then never again in this entire playthrough, right? Right.
You're 100% right, V. Nothing ever will go wrong for the rest of the playthrough. All right, so we have the Lord sign, which has the ability called Trollkin, which just makes you twice as weak to fire as a normal person. And gives you the spell Blood of the North, which is a health regen effect for 30 seconds, 2 points of health per second, I guess.
Probably one of the least useful ones.
Yeah, it sounds pretty shitty. Like that seems like maybe okay for the first like 2 caves you explore in the game, but other than that,
no, like as soon as you start getting too close to Red Mountain, you don't want it.
no. All right, the Lover. Fortify Agility, 25 points. Now, this isn't a permanent buff. This is... You can, press a button and make your agility go up for 25 points for a limited time, right?
Yeah, it's an active skill.
Yeah. The double weakness to fire is a huge debuff. Yeah, like you run into a mage that has Firebolt and just takes you down. Like, ow. I mean, if you're a
like
Dunmer,
we're literally
I guess...
in the land like smoking flames, and we're like, yeah, let's be extra weak to fire.
Right? So, like, what's the Dunmer natural weak resistance to fire? Don't they have a little fire resistance? Just as like a racial bonus, I think they do.
I don't.
75%.
They always have.
So
they always have a bonus, but
all right. So S Kennedy says 75%. So if you took the Lord as a Dunmer as we are, we would only really experience a net 25% increase in fire damage. Well, oh wait, here's the Lover. Fortify Agility, and we have a power called the Lover's Kiss, which paralyzes for a minute, but causes 200 points of fatigue damage, which I guess is, what, to our stamina?
I don't recall. We'll get more into into remembering how the game works, because I haven't played this in the last, 6 years, probably. And even then, I was trying to read a lot as I was going along, so...
All right. So, I mean, this sounds like it would be great for, like, a tabletop game, this ability, Lover's Kiss, but, like, the use cases for a first-person action RPG kind of thing. Fatigue is stamina. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so we have the Mage. Looks like just a simple max magicka buff. Oops. The Ritual. Oh, snap. This one's got a bunch of stuff. We get some spells. Blessed Word. Turn undead on target, and a touch version of the same thing. And a power called Mara's Gift. Restore health 100 points. I remember picking this one every so often. Not necessarily for the turn undead stuff, but for that health spell. Or power. Early Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I don't think I did done.
That's pretty neat.
I mean, it's a lot of early RPGs from like the early 2000s. I like early 3D stuff, and they tried to do RPGs, and most of them were like this, where it was their attempt to try to make the tabletop games a video game, but without making it still a tabletop game, and it kind of worked. Like we still have rolling and stuff like that, but obviously it didn't last that long. We moved away from it. It's a wonder that we still have games that still use it. Looking at you, Baldur's Gate.
Right? It's pretty neat. I like how this one is like, especially like, like a bridge reaching across that initial chasm, between what a tabletop game can do versus what a video game could do. All right, the Serpent gives us the Star Curse ability. We could damage our own health for 1 point per second for 30 seconds. In exchange for poisoning an enemy for 3 points for 30 seconds. That's like, okay, so we take 1/3 the damage they do. That doesn't sound good at all. All right, that's the invisibility one. The Steed, that makes us go faster. The Thief gives us Sanctuary. The Tower. We get Beggar's Nose as a spell, which is detect animals for 200 feet, detect enchantments for 200 feet, and detect keys for 200 feet. And then we have the Tower Key, which opens 50-point locks or less on touch, which I remember being pretty cool. Like, you don't
Yeah,
even...
I do remember locks being pretty easy to attain yourself, though, just because alteration was very much like oh, you're just spam these spells a bunch, and it's look at his levels, you
Yeah.
know.
And then finally the Warrior, which just gives us 10 points plus to attack. All right, I'm liking the not the lover, the lady on this one. I think I wouldn't mind having a bit of a silver tongue and the extra endurance.
Yeah, I think the lady and the Atronach were the ones I swept between the most.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp
Interesting.
these papers, make sure this information is correct.
I think Argonians have 100% resist poison, so there's no downside to the serpent. Oh, that's cool. You're
Look at all
absolutely right on that
that.
one. All right, so here's our whole stat table here. That's my name. We're a dark elf. We're a rogue. And what it means by rogue is just the arbitrary name it gives to this assortment of major and minor skills. And this game does level ups in a different way than experience points. Instead, when you use one of your major or minor skills, eventually you'll get a skill up point in them, and that ability will go up and so forth. And once you get a total of 10 skill ups across either major or minor skills, you can gain a level, which will grant buffs to your base stats, strength, intelligence, willpower, all that stuff, and increases in HP, magic, fatigue, and all that jazz. And yeah.
And which is a bit different from the attributes, right? Because these are the skills on the right, and then you have the attributes on the left. Some of these skills are affected by the attributes on the left,
Oh, we're
and
getting
a lot of
health
these
pains
shield
now.
ones. Yeah, see, there's like and I remember there was like a weird, there was like a multiplier thing where if you leveled a certain amount of skill increases that are for I think the same attribute, you would get a multiplier for the attribute.
Yeah. So like each of these
Something like
skills
that.
has a governing attribute. For instance, we hover over athletics, governing attribute speed. So if we were to upgrade athletics a bunch of times and that contributed toward a significant amount of the total of the 10 skill ups for the level, it would influence how fast our speed rating would go up. Like, yeah, instead of being like 1 point, you could get 2 or 3 even.
And it's also worthy mentioning that I think the only things that actually make us level up are the major and minor skills. I don't think the miscellaneous skills do anything for us
That's
for our
right,
level.
yeah.
And
Miss skills that do not contribute
there,
toward leveling.
and that's why for like a lot of these there was some that I would always like veto because they were a bad idea. Like I think one of those, I think that was like acrobatics and athletics or something like that. you didn't want to put those as major or minor skills because you couldn't really control the way you leveled up anymore.
Also accounts
Or
for
something of that
increase.
nature.
Oh, the level up attribute bonus does factor in the misc skill ups you've gotten during that level as well.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's see what we landed with on Rogue before we move on, because we might decide some of these are a bad idea, and already I can see a few things I want to get rid of.
Yeah, there's a few things that
Wow,
would be
like
different.
I'm a rogue, but like, why do I have all these weapon proficiencies? Like hand to hand? Are you sure? Like I was looking down at misc skills. And sneak and security aren't even on my. They're in my misc skills. This is terrible. Yeah, this is awful. How do we? Is it too late?
I think you can click on. Can you click on class again, or is it just a hover?
Ah, here we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Fill out forms myself. All right.
Oh, Oblivion's level scaling, it gets really crazy, where you just completely nullify your save because everything kills you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh no, that sounds awful. I'm glad I never ran into that.
Yeah, they actually changed it for the recent remaster, which is very nice. It can still happen, I've noticed, but it's not near as bad as it was before.
All right, let's see. I went back to pick from class list. Let's see if there's like a pre-made list that starts closer to what we want. Since Morrowind has very little in the way of leveled encounters, you don't have that issue. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about Morrowind a lot, gameplay mechanics-wise, that I didn't like about Oblivion and Skyrim, is that there's just this whole, like, scaling thing that happens.
Yeah, I both liked and hated the scaling because it felt bad that when you're getting this loot and when you're interacting with these enemies, they're always the same for a certain length of time in the game, you know? And especially when you get into the end game, that's all you see. You never see the stuff you saw at the beginning anymore. And that just, I don't know, it drove me nuts.
It made me crazy to, like, see a bandit attacking me while wearing literally, like, 20,000 gold worth of fucking armor. It's like, bro, sell your fucking gloves and live like a king. Like, why are you attacking me?
Yeah, especially in Oblivion, because the Oblivion drops were crazy
Yeah.
compared to Skyrim.
You could tell they addressed it a little bit in Skyrim, but it ends up being a thing still. All right, I kind of like
But
the
anywho,
agent skill set here. So we're talking kind of like a spy. Stealth specialization, major skills, speechcraft, sneak, acrobatics, light armor, short blade. I actually like acrobatics on one of my skills because I just kind of jump around as I go, and it's like passively gain levels, and it's pretty good for stamina. Like, let's see, R for strength. Light armor, short blade, unarmored, illusion magic, and conjuration magic. I think I want to switch block out for alteration, though.
I definitely want alteration, probably.
Yeah, because that's the one where you can, like, teleport and shit.
We do have a weapon and armor skill for our major skills, which I always like to have at least one kind of armor or weapon skill.
I think I'm going to
major.
change short blade to long blade as well, since
A long blade,
yeah.
in long blade, if I remember correctly, a lot of the better weapons were long blades anyway. But
Oh, it didn't, like, remember it. All right, hold on. What was that? Mercantile, or was it speechcraft? Speechcraft, sneak, acrobatics. You know what? Maybe we'll do athletics instead of acrobatics, and long blade.
yeah, that's kind of what I remember as Kennedy. I remember long blade going pretty
Yeah,
hard.
long blade pretty. Yeah, they want you to use long blades. Is pretty much the gist. Let's see. Light armor. Oh yeah, alteration, illusion, and was it conjuration? No. Alteration, illusion, and what the other one should I get? What do you think, V?
What have you not? What do you not have? Really quick. That's mostly what I need to see. I think. Let's see, light armor is minor.
Oh, hold on. I meant to get rid of this acrobatics. Pick a...
I usually like having a armor skill in major rather than minor.
Alright. We'll throw light armor there.
Well, I can't remember the armors as well.
Let's see,
Oh
alchemy?
god,
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember.
Hey, superhero.
Do we have security?
Okay, I think I put
In
security.
minor?
Yeah, I got security.
Security.
Got sneak and
Alright.
security. Illusion, alteration. I want to switch out two things still. Get rid of acrobatics for... Okay, restoration.
That's kind of saying alchemy is real good, but I don't remember alchemy at all, so... I say, learn new things. Enchant also probably want to keep, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Bowling
I remember if I remember correctly, like enchanting is basically useless at low level. Like it just won't work at all.
I think that might have... I think enchanting and alchemy are actually like two of the things that got a lot of overhaul or whatever in those patches that we applied. Alright, I think we're good.
The potions you create are strongly influenced by your governing stats.
My governing stats
Gotcha,
are
gotcha.
strength and intelligence. You know, tell you what, I'll take alchemy instead of enchantment.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we call this class? I'll just call it agent because it sounded cool and it's the one I wanted. Alrighty.
We're an agent of the Daedra.
It's us. Look out. I now have a stats menu where you can always view your information. Right-clicking allows you to use your menus. When you're done with them, right-click again to close
Show
them.
your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Okay. Read your papers by pressing the spacebar while looking at them. Then select take. Alright. Thanks, man. Thanks,
Take your papers off the
Susius
table and
Ergala.
see Captain Gravius.
For release by Emperor Uriel Septim VII's decree to the district of Vardenfell.
Goat.
To the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. Name Negatron. Race Dark Elf. Class Agent. Signed Socucius Ergala, Agent of the Satanine Imperial Census and Excise. 16th of Last Seed. Third Era. 427. So 16th of Last Seed. So this is like day and month.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. What was last seed? I think that's August. So
Okay.
that would be like August 16th.
So it's like a 12-month cycle just to keep it like clear for, you know, the audience, like to not have to think of a different number of months.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. All right.
I never got the calendar as memorized as I'd liked it to be. But I got last seed memorized, I think, because that's my birthday month, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure maybe we'll get a little better at that as we go. You now have an inventory menu where you can see what you're carrying. Like all menus, right-click. There I am. Look at me.
There you are. Look at that beautiful character menu.
Hell yeah. Now this is some classic PC gaming stuff right here.
Well, and you can kind of tell between, especially with the Oblivion remaster and Skyrim, how they've moved away from like the bordered menus. Like you don't have this nice textured edges
Right, yeah.
to the menus and stuff like that anymore. They try to just make it so like here is the most minimalist information you need.
Blue Flare confirms August for Last Seed. I genuinely love
Like
these menus.
Oblivion,
Yeah, they're nice.
yeah, Oblivion menus
Take
are
me through to the next
were still
building and talk to
very
Celisgravius.
similar to these in the way that they looked.
Yeah, Skyrim is definitely like consoleized menus too. Like they're like, you know, a
Oh
large.
yeah, Skyrim was basically built for console, which is why for PC they made that mod that completely overhauls the entire thing, and that's probably one of the most downloaded mods ever because no one likes using the original menu on PC.
All right, so look at it. We're looking at a Imperial Legion officer. His name is
Definitely has a lot more of the Akaviri inspiration for his armor, which is the more kind of Eastern that you would attribute to like
oh yeah, yeah,
Japan,
like
and
what the
what the blades wear
what the
and stuff
blades
like
wear
that.
in Oblivion, which is almost
Yeah.
like a perfect mashup of East and Western armor style. All right, yeah, and it's got like a lot of echoes of Roman Legionnaire in it too,
And
particularly
that's
the
pretty
tower
much the
shield.
idea. Because the small bit of history, the blades that have become such an integral part of the Empire during the Third Era, um, they influenced the way everything looked because of their Akaviri origins. Because the blades used to be called the Dragon Guard, and they came from Akavir, and they just followed the dragons to Tamriel.
So there's like a real kind of Tolkien influence there that I could already point out. That's like Numenor, which is
Yeah,
like
precisely.
the people that Aragorn's people came from originally, which were from some land out in the to the west across the sea or whatever that faced some kind of calamity. And Tolkien basically took this inspiration from Atlantis legends. So we're seeing like a similar deal here with Akavir.
Yeah, somewhat similar. Akavir was a lot less of like world catastrophe, and again more of a race issue. It was the Saishi, the snake people in Akavir, that ate all the men there. There's no men living in Akavir anymore.
Well, yeah, that sucks.
And I always forget their name, but there's these big old cat creatures that hunted the dragons, and that's why the dragons left.
Man,
Capotoon, thank you, Blue
the
Flare.
Capitoon.
Always forget their name.
All right, so here's a dagger. The game is suggesting we learn how to wield it.
Blue
Equip
Flare's
the
probably
dagger.
seen me forget their name like 8 times throughout like the Elder Scrolls and the Skyrim playthrough I did in the past.
All right, press F to pay respects.
There it is. Oh, I love thee.
Hell yeah! So we got different
I
attack
love this
animations.
dumb swing.
If we go left or right, we do a sideways hack. If we walk forward or backwards, we do a thrust. And if we just stay neutral, we do a slash. And like each weapon has different damage value ranges for each type of attack. And there's even an option in the menu where you could just go in and say, make me do the one that hits hardest every time. But I like to vary it up. It's fun. It gives you something to do when you're basically just clicking to roll over and over. But
Yeah, especially with like old-fashioned RPG as this is. Like this is the biggest killer for when people start Morrowind. Like outside of the not knowing where to go because the game isn't very kind.
You run into your first cliff
about
racer
everything.
and proceed to get killed while swinging at something 1,000 times and never connecting. It kind of sours you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It's they'll swing and they'll see that they're missing and they're like, "What do you mean I missed?"
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
people like the game does nothing to tell you that you're rolling for your attacks.
Yeah, and there's
until
not a
you
lot
start
to
get
indicate
know.
that the thing you're fighting is something you should be running away from, especially because
No, yeah, there's
like at this point in game design and development and stuff, players were pretty hardwired to never flee from anything ever. And so
I mean, you still see it in and if you see like any new players hit like a Souls game, the first reaction is to kill every enemy in your path. But in an experienced Souls player, for example, knows what to run away from. Like it's just better to dodge that area entirely,
Right,
not fight
yeah.
every enemy.
We know that we know the route, so to speak.
And that's kind of what Morrowind ends up being. Is you don't stray too far because the people who've played it before learned that if you stray too far, you'll find the things that hit hard. So you kind of just
Yeah.
have to make a mental note that thing hits hard in that area. I'm gonna wait to go there for a while.
Yeah, and S. Kennedy made a cool point about like, why he likes games that don't scale, and I share this feeling is that because yeah, I can go to the area that's super scary and just be real sneaky and like kind of get away with it and find the super big score and come away with like a holy cow OP item and feel both a big sense of accomplishment and the payoff for being able to tackle later areas, with the benefit of this item.
Well,
And
and it's a subtle, and even outside of like gameplay choice and preference, it's a subtle immersion thing, right?
oh
Because
yeah, it's subtle,
regardless of what you
big time.
do, regardless of what you do, that is always going to be that way there. So it kind of feels like there is like a permanence going on with the enemies you fight, where the reason why they're tough is because they are over there, and you can make your own kind of uses for that. Like it's because that area is tough because it's
Right.
closer to Red Mountain,
There's a
and to live
reason
there
why
you have
there's
to
no
be a real
town.
tough creature.
Yeah,
Yeah, precisely.
it all makes sense. All right, I found a lockpick though. Let's grab this.
Lockpick.
And wouldn't you know it, there's a box here in a room with nobody in it with a really cheap lock on it that we can practice with. So lockpicks you equip like weapons. Yeah, and now we're gonna stab this box till it
So
opens.
good. I've missed it so
You ready?
much.
You just do this little move. It's great. Here we go. Oh, we didn't do it first try. Let's try again. Oh, second try. All right, so to be clear, this lockpick has 23 more uses on it before it breaks. Alrighty, well, now that we've opened this thing, we can get the skag.
See that Fallout 76? You see what happens? You could have just gone that route instead of adding weight to every single lockpick.
Oh my god. Alright, so there's 31 gold in here. I guess it's our reward for figuring out the lockpick mechanic. Also, like, players who play this game a lot basically just loot this whole room and sell it to the trader outside.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Like usually it's the folks who played this before know how to really rob Satanine for everything.
Right?
It's
And they're like, I'm sure if you looked it up, you could probably find out like the exact value of like the stuff in Satanine. You can also loot the entire room in the actual sense. It's like, oh really? The guard doesn't give a shit? I always thought they would get aggro the way they normally do when you steal in front of them. Oh, they care. But okay, well, yeah. And that's one of the things that makes Morrowind like this big immersive experience that was super unique for the time it came out too. You can manipulate an item while the menu is open. Oh, I see what yeah. Fresh out of incarceration takes every single thing that isn't nailed down. 100% skis. We'll operate a little bit more on the straight and narrow. Hey, we have a map menu now. I guess now we can properly scale some stuff here.
Yeah, and it's
Oops. Look at the
the
glorious
very
world map.
isn't it gorgeous?
Look,
Anyway,
there's Solstheim.
there it is. There's Soulstorm.
Let's see. You can manipulate an item while the menu is open. Then they get mad, but as long as the item is still on the ground, they don't confiscate it. And then it's marked as yours. Oh. That's fabulous. But we are here. And one of the things that struck me when I first played this game as a kid was just like, this map is really big. Like, it's a very large game map.
Solstheim is a lot closer to Vardenfell than I thought. Well, don't be fooled. The maps change. in
They
all these games.
they
Like
kind
the
of
Tamrielic map has changed immensely
yeah.
over the year.
I think probably the depiction of the geography, like in Skyrim, is probably more accurate, I guess, because they definitely
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think so.
like truncate the distance over the sea.
And because Solstheim was originally a part of Skyrim, it was broken off of Skyrim, and it actually during the years of this game still belongs to Skyrim politically.
All right, that's
Even though
right.
we get to go there in the expansion, it actually belongs to Skyrim politically during this time. It doesn't become politically part of Morrowind until early Fourth Era, shortly after the events of Oblivion, because of Red Mountain going kaboom for another time.
We can check in barrels. Those you installed Fort Firemoth. Now that's a challenge. Now that's like an extra area that was put in later, right? Like by modders or something. I'm not too familiar with the Fort Firemoth stuff.
I did see there's a pretty big mod. I forgot what it was called,
Oh,
but
it's
it's
official?
basically they added oh, what do you call it? Oh, they added mainland Morrowind to Morrowind. I can't remember
Whoa,
what it was called. But and I'm like, I have no idea where to even begin with that.
that's pretty intense. Hold on, let's see. We gotta figure out where all my
Tamriel
stuff lands
rebuild,
here.
yeah, something like that. I was looking at the overhauls and stuff, and I said it before to Negatron when we were like planning all this stuff. I've never played modded Morrowind before. Most of my Morrowind days were on the original Xbox. I played it. I played one full playthrough once on PC,
I'm
and
actually
I
the
did not.
same story on that.
So see, this was meant to happen.
Right.
Months of planning bear fruit.
Gone to waste. I mean, no.
Down to waste.
Hey, I found a magic
Anywho,
ring in a barrel and it gave me a magic menu. It's an engraved ring of healing. This won't immediately become pertinent. Press spacebar to talk to the captain. This is how the game teaches you how the dialogue works, pretty much.
Your papers, please.
Here you go. Okay, so the game's dialogue takes place in Windows, like this, in text for the most part, rather than our experience with the guy who
not
was.
every dialogue is voiced anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, in fact, usually there's just like, hello, and then you have paragraphs and paragraphs. So, first off, I'm guessing this is probably pretty hard to read for somebody watching the stream. I mean, I guess it's readable on my phone. Maybe in future stream, I will consider a... Well, hold on. I guess I can fuck with that now. Let's see if... Or no, that would fuck it up in OBS. Okay, for next time, I'll see if maybe that I can put it on a game resolution that'll make the text larger relative to the screen. That's kind of a thing when you put older games on modern systems. You know, like they scale it up to 1080, but the text font
The
point
text
is the
doesn't
same.
follow.
So like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it ends up being super tiny.
I mean, that's the thing. Even with modern games, if you like switch things up to 4K, a lot of the games from like only 10 years ago don't want to switch the font, so you have to like go around about it. So
Yeah. But I think we're okay. We're going to be reading it for y'all anyway. You want to be Celis Gravius there, V? I think you give a little bit of Celis Gravius.
sure, playing the character already.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
anywho, first let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind.
What's your background?
Police identification has been removed from your inventory. What's your background? I am Celis Gravius, and knight errant of the Imperial Legion.
All right, I just wanted that to be cleared up. Morrowind, you say?
Yes, you're in Morrowind.
Okay, I'm enjoying this a lot already.
Me too. I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here. But your
Ah,
authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim the Seventh himself.
yeah, go figure, man. Crazy.
And I don't need to know any more than that.
That's
Fair
the,
enough.
that's the spirit.
When you leave this office, you are free. But before you're actually free,
Aw.
I have instructions on your duties.
Oh.
Instructions from the Emperor. So pay careful attention.
Okay.
Oh dear. Yeah, and I love this is a lot of the dialogue of the time too, is this is exactly how they would do it.
Yeah, I love how it's topic based. He reveals topics in
Yeah,
blue and it adds to your list, and then you basically just ask about them. Duties, you say?
let's see.
And sometimes the text
Oh.
jumps and you're like, what? Okay, all right, here's where we
I
are.
immediately lost it.
It's duties.
Anyway. Yep. This package came with the news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cusatus. Is that what it says?
Yeah, Caius Cosates.
In the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cusatus. They'll
Oh,
know where
shit.
to find him.
All right.
Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name.
Oh, shit.
Look at all the stuff being added to the
All right,
inventory.
let's see. I got directions to Caius's place. All right, a package. This isn't dubious. All right, and 87 gold. Wear them up. Thanks, Celis Gravius. I guess so. Yeah. Peace them out, man. We'll have plenty of time to ask silly questions to other people. Oh wait, hold on. What's Balmora? I'm not from here.
Balmora is north of Sedanine. The road passes Delegiad. I'm not
Pel-
sure if
Pel-
that's
I
right,
always
but-
pronounce it
Oh, that's Pelagiad.
Yeah,
That's
Pelagiad.
Because I think I always did Pelagius instead of Pelagius. I did like Pelagius. So anyway, the road passes Pelagiad Village and Fort Pelagiad, crosses a deep ravine, passes Fort Moonmoth, right?
Yeah.
Then turns west across the Odai River and into Balmora. The South Wall Corner Club is in southeast Balmora on the Cass side of the river. For more detailed directions, talk to... Oh dear.
Eleni.
Eleni.
I would
Eleni is
pronounce the
spelled,
E, the long E at the end, I guess.
Yeah, it's typically what I do too. To Eleni the Scout at Arterley's Trade House here in Sedanine. But take my advice. You're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it. But if you're most players, you didn't select this dialogue option, so you're gonna walk your ass there. And it's gonna take forever.
I mean, I think I was in like the third class of players that didn't select this dialogue, or did and didn't quite remember it, but was like, big bug, and went to check out the big bug outside of town and ended up figuring it out that way. All right, Celis, you have a good one, man. Pleasure. Your
I was
armor is real
not
nice.
so,
Okay.
Say I was not so great at that attention to detail. I know I checked it out and I'm like, oh, it looks so cool. And I think I mentioned to my brother at the time, I was just like, I would really like to ride one. And he was like, you know, you could use them to travel places, right? And I was like, what?
Press J for journal and review what you've been told. You should probably check out Ariel's Trade House up on the left. You're on your own now. Good luck. Wow. So yeah, this is like really like the game just boop. You finally left. Like there's no starting dungeon in Morrowind, which I quite like. Both Oblivion and Skyrim throw you into a dungeon to teach you a bunch of combat mechanics. Whereas this one's just like, no, you're in the town. Good luck. Try not to die when you leave town.
I guess they both were technically dungeons. I didn't really consider them as such, but they totally are.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way in terms of game design. But both of those like escape sequences are very dungeon tutorial.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, here we are. The boat's already gone. Fuck. All right, I was hoping to take this 87 gold and just bail. Anyway. So we got like a secret mission on our hands here. Oh, hello, mister. All right, I'll be Fargoth. Are you the one the boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arrive at that time of day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring. He makes eyebrows when he says ring. I go, ring, you say?
So it's such a strange thing to say to a stranger.
Yeah.
So I swear they took my ring.
I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring, family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? Oh man, I totally have. All right, so shall we be friends with Fargoth forever? This is our first Paragon or Darkside choice.
Well, you know,
Thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Carrots. I shall oblige.
you're no hero as far as you know.
Yeah,
You
I
were just thrown
mean,
here
I
to do a
kind of, it's a
thing.
pretty nice ring. It's got a little effect on it. Nah, sorry, Fargoth, I ain't heard about it, man. Darn. Well, if you see it, let me know. It's an engraved ring of healing. I know it's in there somewhere. All right. Hey, Fargoth. What do you know about the latest rumors? I've heard that the local tax collector, Processus Vitalius, is missing. No surprise, really. He wasn't well liked around here. Oh, shit. This is a rough and tumble place. All right, Fargoth, you be easy. This town looks like the Shrek swamp. Donkey.
What is this about, Dunmer?
Hey, what'd you say to me? All right, so anyway, Fargoth is a wood elf, right?
Fargoth is a wood elf, yes.
Fargoth is a wood elf. Get a good look at you. Size you up. All right, give me your money. I'm just kidding, Fargoth.
Especially
You're
in,
all right.
Wood elves, especially in the times of like Morrowind, were like visually kind of like hobbits in terms of like their stature.
Right.
Like
They're
not just
definitely the
how
shorter
tall they are,
elves.
but they're like their build as well. Like their general build just seems to be like slightly stockier.
Yeah. Like their eyes are crazy, right? Like they're fully black is their thing, right?
No witnesses, says Mr. Carrots. This early.
All right. Yes, Dunmer. Oh yeah, that's definitely the Silt Strider. Let's sneak up on it. That seems smart.
Oh, it sounds so cool.
Check
I love
out
him
that
so
water. Hell yeah, Morrowind water looks good, man. I don't care what anyone says. Ride the shoe puff? We will ride the shoe puff. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. What do we
And if we're
sitting
being
on?
honest, it's the water that looks amazing. It's the land touching the water that needs work, obviously.
Right. Hey everyone. Excuse me. Go
No,
into
the sound design goes crazy in Morrowind for the time.
It's really good. It's like this intense, like, just soundscape that, like, if, like, because somebody who played this game obviously spends many, many hours playing it, and I'm sure everybody who joins us for this playthrough will have it imprinted on y'all the same way it is on us. All right. Hey, Ariel, this is a high elf, right? This is a Altmer.
I believe so, yes.
Test the sound design on that guy there with this here knife.
Mm.
All right, so if we talk to people with our knife drawn, it actually reduces their disposition rating toward us. So we're going to make sure to keep the dagger sheath. Okay, we got a disposition level in the upper right here. We're fit 2 out of 100 for this guy. So he's indifferent.
In Skyrim kind of tried to pretend it had such a thing by the things they said, but it really made no effect on your interactions with it.
At least it was better than
I
what
did like-
Oblivion did for persuasion and stuff.
Oh, what do you mean? The minigame is fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. I love the minigame. I'm not gonna say I didn't play the minigame and enjoyed it, but it is like it makes you the dialogue that comes out while the minigame is going on is just the most psychotic string of craziness.
It's very silly. But to be fair, like that is Oblivion's conversational system as a whole. Like NPCs talk to each other that way.
Oh man. Like, of course, the next thing I'm going to do is joke at you, and after insulting you, just as long as I do it in that order, like, or whatever. Okay, so anyway, this guy's a tradesman. We don't really need to read his dialogue since it's, he's just like a regular shopkeep guy. Barter to see what he's got.
And look at that menu.
Hell yeah. This isn't
You
cluttery.
still see this type of menu to this day on some things. Cyberpunk 2077 had a menu similar to this in shops.
All right, we'll see. We'll get the best action out of like individually scrolling over stuff. So let's look for a long blade since we don't have one, and that's our favorite thing. Let's see. He's got an iron broadsword. I guess we can narrow it to weapons. Iron broadsword, iron claymore. This is a two-handed long blade. Blunt weapon, short blade, iron dagger, iron halberd. One of the things I like about Morrowind that didn't appear in Oblivion and Skyrim were spears.
Yes, and that is one thing that we all thought was going to return with Solstein because we're like, oh, Solstein was in Morrowind. I mean, we're going to get spears back, and then everyone saw that there was such a thing called a Reichling spear, and we're like, oh, this is going to be great, and then only to realize that the Reichlings are little small fellas that
They,
don't level
yeah.
up, which means that their spears were arrows for
Oh
us.
man, they
Oh,
totally trolled
I
everybody
was
on that one.
so pissed. But this is the only game I remember spears ever being a thing in, and I think about it to this day because Elder Scrolls Online also doesn't do spears for some reason.
Just nah.
They were a limited thing.
Okay, so it looks like at this shop we're going to be between the iron saber, which is a chopper slasher, or the iron longsword, which is a little bit more balanced for all three types of attacks.
I always liked the slashing weapons for Morrowind just because it's a setting thing. I always really enjoyed seeing the weapons that they had, which they often liked to curve. So
Yeah, I'm going to go with the saber, and I'm going to suggest that we pay one less gold than he's asking. He accepted the offer, and thus his disposition increases by 1 point. All right.
I love this game.
Hell yeah. As long as you don't try to do anything too drastic, it succeeds. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping frames again.
Oh no.
We got another ad in 3 minutes, but my overall percentage of frames dropped is actually decreased, so I think we're doing a little bit better. All right. Okay, good enough. Wait, hold on. Did he have armor? Did. I'm a light armor guy. Let's get at least one piece of... Ooh, okay, chitin. That's a thing in this region, right? There's giant bugs, and the locals have figured out how to make weapons and armor out of giant bug chitin pieces. That is to say, they're exoskeletons.
Chitin is a very particular piece of armor for Morrowind, pretty much exclusively.
Yeah, you don't see
It
it
does have a great
outside of
design. Chitin armor has gone hard ever since Morrowind. They always do it well.
Now, all the pieces of a set have the same armor rating, but it's like you only get a percentage of that rating based on what type of piece you're wearing. I think, of course, the cuirass would have the highest share of that.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's always cuirass and greaves are like the...
I don't see any chitin greaves in
I think
this
they're...
one. He's got the cuirass.
Yeah. There it is.
I'll take it. And I'll ask for one less gold. He says okay. All right. All right, good enough. So we bought a little bit of weapons and armor. Let's equip ourselves.
I mean, how else to warn the ash hoppers, Kaiser?
There we go. All right, how do we look at ourselves? The tab? It is tab. There we go.
Tab was not my guess. But look at that.
There
Handsome
we go.
already.
Hell yeah.
Already rocking it. Fit into the setting.
Hold on,
from
I
the
can
very
just
beginning.
look at that strut.
Yep.
He's got that strut.
Look at that walk animation.
Yeah. Oh, we can go backwards even. Oh, the sidestep's different. All right. Video games. All right, we got to add in a minute and a half.
Shoulders back in the day, which is ironic because on the armor they did great with shoulders, but they just did not seem to know how to do it on models.
I'm listening.
Hi, everybody. Oh, yeah, right now we're locked into the walk speed, and we can do run speed. Running drains stamina. And really isn't too much faster than walking, I guess. And that's another thing that throws off new players is the like really slow walking speed in this game, or movement speed in general. All right, here's the cave I like to try to take down first, but we're gonna hit our first save here.
Ta-da!
Lore.
That sure is a run animation. I mean, to be fair, I feel like it's more reasonable than the Skyrim one.
Alrighty, everybody. So yeah, gonna go to break, and we're gonna spend that time praying to the internet gods that my connection remains stable for the next segment. Thanks for being here so far, everybody. We'll be back. Alrighty, I think we're back.
We return?
Yay! Welcome back. Thank you for waiting through break, everyone. And thank you for supporting a playthrough of Morrowind that has taken 2 hours to get to the first cave.
I mean, did we think the pacing was going to be any different?
No, I mean, this is like, I was thinking about it while I was using the bathroom right now. I was like, you know what, this is like exactly the rate I wanted things to go, so.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, wait, hold on. I want to note the name of this place, because I think it's a really cool name, and I have, like, no idea how anyone could have conceived of this name. I haven't run into any references toward it in any kind of, like, history or anything.
Oh, Adamus Artis.
Adamus Artis. And it's going to be our
Adamus
home
Artis.
sweet home.
Well, that was actually partly the choice. When making the Dunmeri language, what they wanted to do is they wanted to make it sound as alien as possible, and they fucking succeeded. I
They
think.
did pretty good. I mean,
They did pretty
Vardenfell
good.
has like a Scandinavian kind of feel to it, but I guess that's because, proximity to the Nords maybe, but
Yeah, everything always had a feel to it where it felt like a plausible language, but there was like nothing you could do to really understand what they're what it belonged to. Oh, hey, look, we have an enemy.
All right, we have a bandit. We wandered into a bandit cave. Oh, and we made short work of that one.
Got him.
Holy shit.
Nailed him.
Hell
Nailed
yeah.
him.
It does this every time. No, I'm just kidding. All right, and so this is the meat and potatoes of combat. You click the button in My Roll 1, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Oops, and then you hit the wrong buttons to menu out. No. Alright, so she's got gold, her chitin dagger, she's got netch leather boots. Netch is another type of wildlife unique to Morrowind. She's got common pants, common shirt, and the Adamus Sartis slave key. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
So we want to get that key. We're gonna approach that aspect of the game in a virtuous manner. And so, of course, we're going to loot her. She can keep everything else. Of course, like, proper players of the game will loot absolutely everything, leaving nothing but naked corpses and just, like, a whole bunch of garbage to bring back to the trader and clean them out of all the gold they have.
A lot of people, I find it interesting, at least how my playthrough diverged from the beginning to end, because I think a lot of people, when they first play, they kind of they figure out that looting is like the way to obtain money and everything like that, so they go nuts. They'll loot every crate in Balmora and stuff like that. But for me, I've looted less and less as I've gone along replaying these games. And I don't know what it is. I think I just like having a clean inventory.
I feel that same way, because like it ends up being more trouble than it's worth for like the extra 10 gold of stuff that you ended up carrying. to the exclusion of other stuff. All right, we got an old gate, lock level 10. But the key we have, if you have a key for the door that's locked in your inventory, the game will just open it for you. You don't have to, like, pick the key and do all that jazz.
The keys are less obvious in this game than in the other ones. Like, the other games will always tell you that it requires a key.
Mm-hmm.
Or that they'll make the door super obvious in design. While Morrowind is just like, well, you'll figure it out.
Right, and I think, I don't know if there are any doors in Morrowind that are like, or any doors or objects that are locked that are like, that you strictly need the specific key for? Are there any like that?
I don't.
Or is it just
think
like they
I
just put
recall
the lock
any.
level really, really high and count on you finding the
I think they
key?
just put the. I think they just put the lock level really high. This was kind of when they wanted to make it so anything could be lockpicked.
Yeah, yeah. Which I kind of like.
I mean, it's the same thing with for those who are unaware, we can't be as liberal with our sword swings as we can in the later ones, because every NPC can die. We can kill everyone.
Yes, there's a very famous dialogue box in this game. Like, this character was important to Destiny or whatever. The thread of Destiny has been severed or something like that. We'll probably do it just for funsies at one point, just to read the dialogue box. But here we are at a darker aspect of the culture of Morrowind and Vardenfell.
A new sight is here.
Abject chattel slavery is legal in Morrowind, and we just found a slave smuggler's den. Thank you for the follow, and hello there, Wittgenstein.
So much
Or
to
Wittgenstein,
remember.
depending on what you like. And so, you know, as far as how we're going to approach this in this game, we're just going to free any slaves we come across. And you can do that through dialogue. These people won't have a hell of a lot of things to say other than, do you have the key to the bracers and will you let me go free? Go free. Unlock. Nah, I am free. Thank you, Negatron. They
Yes,
know my name.
now I am free.
Yes. You freed me, Negatron. Well, cool. And then I can say goodbye. And that's it.
Thanks for confirming that for us.
Yeah, I am in your debt. And look, their disposition toward us shoots up to 100. Before that, it's 50, 52, I guess, because of our stat scaling or whatever. But yeah, we're just going to do the work, free them all. They don't, like, leave or anything. You know, there's really nothing that happens one way or the other if you free them. This is mostly just for our sake as the player. It's something you can do, which I appreciate from the devs. You know, it would suck to encounter slaves and not be able to do anything about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
as
that's
Kennedy
right.
says, they drop their stuff.
Which is a magic item. The slave's right bracer. It gives the drain magic effect on whoever's wearing it, and it's very heavy for its size. And it's it's worthless. Nobody wants to buy this from you. This one, drain magicka. I think sometimes they have different. No, they're all drain magicka.
What I liked, what I like about those bracers and a lot of what this game does is they try to add as many details to the item as possible, but the item's still useless. You know what I mean? Like, this item, you would never care for these slave bracers,
Yeah.
but looking at them, you gain information. Like, they're trying to drain magicka so they can't escape.
Yeah.
They're heavy to be uncomfortable and to keep them, you know, the slavers in power over the slaves. I like all those details. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool stuff.
But really,
it's like
the item doesn't have any purpose outside of that.
It's like the prototype for Souls games item descriptions almost, you know? Like the kind of... Uh-oh. Someone just called us an Enwa. That is basic.
I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, you can't say that on Twitch.television. I have to kill you now. Now you must die. You are against terms of service. All right. We got him. He was using magic spells on us and actually did a little bit of damage.
And if we had picked that other blessing, we would be twice as hurt.
That's true. We'd be almost dead as
Again,
hell.
is why it sucks.
One cool thing about Morrowind is robes go over all other equipment. You don't have to sacrifice anything to wear a robe. You can just put it right on. Boom. No.
I mean, I've always appreciated the way robes work in this game.
Yeah, I do too, especially because you can have entire magical effects and stuff on robes. This robe wouldn't do actually anything for us combat mechanics wise, but oh, you know what? I'm gonna take this dude's boots. Give me your freaking shoes. All right. That mage can kill a level 1 through 3 player in one hit if you don't have resist fire. Yeah, you're right too, because we're a Dunmer. If we weren't a Dunmer, that definitely would have killed us. Wow. All right.
You know, just like, I don't think I remember that, but that's because I played Dunmer every chance I got.
Yeah. You know what? I don't remember how to cycle between magic.
Oh, I wouldn't remember, especially on PC.
Yeah. Well, we could just do that, I guess. Now, how do we use magic? F brings out our weapon. T tries to rest. V doesn't do anything. C doesn't do anything.
Q.
Q? Nope, Q just makes us auto walk.
Use auto run?
Yeah.
Okay.
H. Y. E? No, that's rest. R? Oh, it's R. Look at my hands. Okay. Thank you, S. Kennedy. R for ready
Right
magic.
on time.
Yeah. All right, so that's a little bit of heal magic from Fargoth.
It's crazy that S. Kennedy's message hit your brain on its way to the Twitch server.
That's crazy. I was in the way. F1 assigns hotkeys. Wow. Click on a quick key slot to add a spell, magic item, or inventory item. All right, we'll mess with that once we get a little bit of cooler stuff. For now, we're just gonna spam Fargoth's ring until we get healed. There, we've spent Fargoth's ring. Time to cut a mofo. All right, you know what? We better save, scum. Wait, hey, let's quick save, S. Kennedy.
F5 probably, but
I'm doing it. I think that said saving.
there goes.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Nailed it. You got it.
I'm gonna get you. I'm coming for you. Come at me. Oh, she's throwing shuriken. We can actually literally make her run out of ammo. F9 to quick load. Thank you.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your pain.
Wow.
Now you die.
I like that
Let him
line.
go.
You will suffer greatly.
Also, back to what Megatron was mentioning earlier before we got blasted with fire.
Oh, she ran out of ammo.
Or Enwa is a slur that, by technicality, means outsider. You're
Stupid.
to insult.
I like that stupid line. Ah. All right. Stupid. All right, I'll take your left bracer and remember you always, big stupid. Let's see. She's got a lockpick and a probe. Probes disable traps and work basically the exact same way lockpicks do. All right. Go ahead and save again. You know what I just remembered? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I forgot. There's quick saving.
Quick saving.
Quick saving. There we go. I just remembered there's like kind of a secret passage over here to kind of sneak up on a different person who's in here. This little cave is like an excellent little microcosm too to teach how to explore in Morrowind. Because yeah, look at this. You can go over this little bit of rock, and then wham! Secret tunnels through the mountain.
Yeah, Morrowind was definitely the beginning, like kind of the beginning of using the geometry to navigate.
And like, look at this. Like, okay, there's these mushrooms, and you can examine them and pick some mushrooms, la-di-da. You know, right? But like, they've hidden in between them a couple of like better items. Here's a right pauldron. There's like a torch right here. And like, so like, there's places in the game where there'll be like something as strong as the fucking One Ring just hanging out like on the ground for you to find and
Oh, I
escape
missed
from
my
Gollum.
chance for that joke. Ah, anyway, I saw Craze say something because at the beginning, where it's like, "Quick, V, translate the Daedric text," and I'm like, and my first thought was like, I'm gonna fucking recount the One Ring speech, One Ring to rule them all,
Oh,
and I didn't do it. I had forgotten. I got sidetracked.
sand through hand meme. Ah, what the? Oh, there's a rat in here. Ew. Well, just swinging. Ew, it's a rat. Ew. All right. We got him. Here's the left pauldron. I found the right pauldron earlier, so this was like one body scattered between two locations. Delightful.
Between at least two rats, I assume.
And individual gold coins among the bones.
I forgot how crunchy the the gold collection is.
Just the sound effects are great.
Which makes
for
sense for
grabbing
multiple, but like, but I forgot it's the same sound effect for a single coin.
That one coin sounds like a lot. Ooh, rat meat. We're gonna want to test that for alchemy purposes later. All right. Let's equip a torch in our offhand so we can see a little better. Ah, look at that. Listen to that crunchy torch sound effect. Except traps are not leveled, so you have the same chance at a given skill level disarming any trap. That's right, I remember that. Oh, wait, we can't use the torch underwater. I guess we better put it out. Wait. There we go. Alright, let's go swimming. You could just swim in this game. It's great. Hold on, can we do the
I
thing?
also really like the...
Yeah, here we go, where you can cheese the you can like look underwater without the filter,
you
yeah.
you can see it clear, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Where's the tunnel? Oh, there it is. Swimming is a good way to up your athletics.
They really liked to piece apart the menus for equipment and everything else. And that you would use it often back in the day. Now it seems like they're trying to get you out of the menus as long as possible, which I understand that transition.
All right, ooh. Oh, that's right. We can sneak. I should have been sneaking a lot more because it's a skill up for us. Old gate, lock level 10. All right, the slave key worked for that too. Hooray! All right, there should be one more enemy in here that I remember. Oh no, was that her? Oh, I thought there was another one who hid out here, but I guess it was just her. That was anticlimactic. Anyway, found a broadsword. That's worth good money. What else we got? So yeah, we're in a smuggler's cave, or well, I guess a slave smuggler's cave. Human trafficking, dark indeed. What's
the very beginning of my Morrowind? Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. But we're gonna see what else they got here. Oh, here's some coins. A stack of 5. What's in the box?
And the perfectly stacked 5 coins.
Oh shit, V. I found contraband.
Oh my god. Yeah, you did.
We found the moon sugar, everybody. It fortifies speed. Do you get it? 6 pieces of it. Wow, we better take this to the lab for study. Also some jewelry. An expensive ring.
Found the good.
We'll take the expensive ring. Drugs, eat them up. Eat them up good. Skooma, which is concentrated drugs, fortifies speed and strength. Now, what do they do to you in this game when you have contraband in your inventory, V? Do you remember?
I don't, but I believe they just arrest you.
No, it's not so much that. It's that you just like can't do business at most shops.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The exception being, yeah, almost all traders. The exception being Khajiit traders who are like, moon sugar, oh, hell yeah, like they're down.
I remember avoiding it pretty hardcore. Like I didn't, and I was worried it was more than just moon sugar. Like any suspicious looking ingredient, I'm like, that's contraband. That's drugs, definitely.
I think it's
I
really
remember.
just moon sugar and skooma.
It is like, yeah, it wasn't much else, I recall.
I'm pretty sure it's just
But I
those
remember
two.
thinking it was everything.
Oh snap! Look, here's a chitin helmet and a
There you
chitin
go.
cuirass. I guess I could have saved some money. Tell you what, we'll go back to the. We'll have all kinds of stuff to trade. We'll wear a chitin helmet because it obscures our identity. The Scroll of Unduci's Unhinging. Open 40 to 60 point locks on touch. Ooh, that's good. Open lock scrolls. You gotta love it. It's just moon sugar and moon sugar derivatives. High fructose moon sugar.
High fructose moon sugar.
I prefer cane moon sugar over corn. Petty soul gem. It's empty. Here's another slave key if we didn't find one on a person. Scroll of Fibji's gem feeder. Cast soul trap on a target. All right, so now we have the means of loading this soul gem. And soul gems are important for enchanting, right?
It is. I just got reminded of a particular place in Balmora that has to do with soul gems.
Ooh, a chitin shield. Now you don't really have to have the block skill for a shield to contribute to your armor rating. Like you can still just have your shield. It's fine. Ooh, chitin boots. That matches my suit. Saltries, which is a type of food. Hound meat. Hounds are not mammals in this game. An exclusive restore agility potion. Hold on, how much is... That's worth 175 gold. That's a pricey wee potion.
It's not even about mammals anyway. This is a land of bugs.
It's a land of bugs. Nothing in the barrel. All right. So now the super secret place in here. I like how there's just a skeleton down here.
Skeleton.
He's got bone meal. That's important for alchemy. What else? There's a saber here, just like the one we're using. His fishing pole and a basket. But more importantly, there's a treasure box up here, I think. Yeah, there it is. One thing that's cool about Argonians is they can do water breathing also. So that gives them a exploration edge that other races don't have. Oh, there's Jack nothing in here. 3 gold and a pitcher? Somebody's already been here.
I don't think a netch is a bug.
I'm
pretty sure not. I'm pretty sure netches are mammals.
No, netches, they're like the big jellyfish-like things that float around.
They are. They are the big jellyfish things, but I'm not even sure if I would really call them aquatic.
Well, yeah,
because they have a lot of mammal features.
We'll get a close look at them eventually.
Yeah, we'll interact with them more.
Yeah, they're mostly
because
docile.
they are referred to as bull and calf and stuff like that. So yeah, I am not entirely certain.
I think they would probably be closer to Nidarians, like jellyfish. They just happen to be airborne instead of waterborne, I guess. And they express sexual dimorphism.
So they also don't share a lot with jellyfish outside of what they appear, because the tentacles that they have are more similar to like a squid.
Whoa.
Than it would be like a jellyfish.
So I like
Yeah,
the.
Netch are more similar to cattle, exactly. Like that's why what I'm saying they're referred to as calf and bull.
All right, V.
So
Let's
I'm
see.
curious.
We got a little bit of night sky action. It's partially
Oh yeah,
overcast, but I think there's maybe. Yeah, look at that. We can
there
see
they are.
two
Our two moons.
moons. Is that the only two?
Allegedly.
Right. Okay, the
We can get
two
into
that
the
we
third
know.
one later.
Okay, yeah. But like, when we look up at night, we see two
But the
moons.
main two, yes. The skyboxes in Morrowind are pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're good. I like.
Elder Scrolls has always done a very good emphasis on their night sky.
So what are their names? V. I actually don't know anything about these moons.
I don't remember the moons off of the top of my head. I used to have these memorized.
We're gonna have to do a little Elder Scrolls astronomy.
Master and Secunda, thank you, S. Kennedy.
Is Secunda the smaller? Master
Secunda
the
is
bigger?
the one.
Those are implied by their names. Well, the cloud's done occluded them, but yeah. The larger one, I guess, Masa, the game devs just used the Viking orbiter photographic data of the planet Mars. You can see Valles Marineris and other like real-world Martian surface features on it. Hello, Kissernay.
How to kiss their name.
All right. Well, yep.
But anyway,
guess...
about that third moon, I thought
Oh.
I'd mention.
Secret
The
third
Khajiit
moon.
believe there to be a third moon, which honestly is probably enough to say that there is one. Because the Khajiit believe it to be the corpse of Lorkhan, the dead god.
Oh. Somebody killed a god and just threw him right up there.
It depends on where you're from. Sometimes it says that Lorkhan sacrificed himself for Nirn, or to the elves, they believe that he was actually killed, rightfully so, by Akatosh.
This is not my first playthrough, DesignationV. It's my
Rather
first in
Oriel.
many years, I guess. Maybe more than 10 years. But I played through it at least probably 3 complete times in the past, plus, half a dozen or more partial playthroughs. But yeah, we just got started. This one's going to be a lengthy, slow burn of a series with me and V here. All right. Well, we're here, We got our own as an agent, right? We landed here and we found that cave and we cleared it. It's ours now. The cool thing about Morrowind is it doesn't respawn enemies inside dungeons and stuff or caves. And so as a result, that cave will be empty forever and we could just like go there and drop stuff off in crates, and things that we leave in boxes in general will be persistent.
Yes, it's a very common practice to turn the dungeons and caves that you beat in Morrowind as kind of what you said, bases, where you would kind of just store your stuff until you want to come back and get it.
Yeah. And
Or never come back and get it if you're me, because I'm like, I'll need it someday, and then I
but
never
then you
picked
just
it up.
never do. Yeah. So like the Adam Asartes cave here has the added convenience of being both by the starting town and next to a silt strider, so it's pretty easy to get back and forth from. For starters. But let's talk to Darvame Laren here. I'll let you be her, V.
Got it, nailing it. Let's see. Him. This is the scattered village of Sadanin, Outlander, in the Bitter Coast region. I'm a caravaner, and I manage the Siltstrider port here. Tell me your destination if you're looking for a ride. Or if you're new to Sadanin, I can help you with local services, or any specific place in Sadanin you're looking for. Or if you want someone in particular, maybe I know where to look.
Ah, you seem very helpful. Tell me about the bug, though.
Siltstriders carry passengers and cargo between settlements on Vardenfell. Fares depend on distance to be traveled. Siltstriders are giant insects. A compartment for passengers and cargo is hollowed from the creature's shell. The driver directs the beast by directly manipulating crossed organs or exposed organs and tissues.
Whoa.
Siltstriders travel between Aldrun, Belmora, Sadanin, Suran, Genisis, I think is how I always pronounced it.
I always just say Nisus.
Mar. Nisus is good too. Margon, and North Landing near Vivek.
Wow, you guys got a pretty good network here. And also the most metal form of transit ever. We expose their exposed we manipulate their exposed organs. Okay, cool. Well, let's go to Balmora for 14 gold.
And it's worth mentioning, I think, especially because of modern Elder Scrolls games, this game doesn't have fast travel in the sense that modern games do. The only way you fast travel in Morrowind is through transportation means like the Silt Striders or by boat.
Yeah, yeah. So like yeah, the in
Or magic, very particular kinds of
yeah,
magic.
yeah. Yep. And I think that's cool. That does a lot for immersion, at least for me.
Yeah, definitely.
and-
And as Kennedy's saying the exact same thing.
Yep. Or by flinging yourself across the map with a spell, also possible. Ooh, actually,
Also possible.
you know what? Before we commit to this, let's have a fateful encounter.
Oh, I was about to say, like, I thought about it earlier, and I'm like, oh, should I tell him to go see him? No, he probably knows. I waited.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about it.
So there's
Let's go say hello.
So there's if one leaves the starting town of Sedanine heading on the road to the north, which is basically opposite the direction the game's telling you to go. If you go out here and look at the signs, you can see there, Balmora. The game's telling you to go this way, but if you go this way, something fun happens.
I didn't follow the signs. I ran into this guy so quick.
Okay, we'll just see. We'll go this way for a little while.
They placed him too.
Yeah, it's awesome. Here we are. We're in the Bitter Coast region of Vardenfell Island now. The southwest of the island is largely swampy territory like we see here. The precipitation is a little weird sometimes. I feel like we should have run into him already.
I think so too, but I think continue.
Oh, no, here we are.
Yep.
Oh!
There he goes!
Oh, man. Tar Heel. What? So a man just fell out of the sky. And we have his journal. And the man himself. Well, let's see what you got in your pockets. Ooh, an iron spark sword long blade. That's super nice for starters. Thank you. The Scroll of Icarian Flight. I wonder if that's neat. We should probably take that. $7, hot dog. All right, you get to keep your clothes. All right, let's read this journal. The screams he screams when he's falling are actually from the player. Oh, like that's where the sound clip emanates from? That's amazing. All right, hold on. Let's save real quick. Oh, hold on. F5. There we go. All right, man, what you got in your journal? I believe I may have found the correct formula for a spell I am developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. I imagine he sounds spiteful when he wrote that. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. Yeah, I believe I have worked out all of the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished. All of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success. Well, you did it, Tar Heel. Way to go. Tech startup CEO mindset. Hell yeah.
And something incredible is they did this. They made a reference to this in Solstheim in Skyrim. There's a random encounter where someone will do the exact same thing. They will do the big old ritual spell. They'll slam it into the ground, and they get launched several hundred feet in the air before they come crashing right back down. They're like, they did it! I'm flying! I'm flying! Crack.
Nice. All right, so F9 is to load, you said, huh, S. Kennedy? Okay, good. All right, cool. All right, everybody ready? We're ready. Let's use the scroll of Icarian flight. Which, oh yeah, let's look at what that does real quick before we get to it. Fortify acrobatics 1,000 points for 7 seconds. Okay.
A little bit of acrobatics.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know,
a little bit.
little.
So just to, this is how high we jump right now. Ready? Let's go.
And he's gone.
Where are? Let's look at the world map, see where we're flying to. There we go.
Yep, you're heading straight north by the looks of things, kinda. Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah. We're headed for Balmora in a hurry. We've just passed over
There we go.
Balmora. Oh, here we are. Good.
Stealth Strider's gonna be so
Oh!
sad. Oh, the sound effects never get old.
That's great. And history repeats itself. All right. Would you like to load it? No, I'll just. All right. Well, I guess so.
It'll
Yeah.
be here. It's fine.
Oh, that was okay. It's the quick save. Hilarious. I love that. That's great. Also, it really demonstrates what they were doing with the mechanics. They're like, this is just simply adding a number value to a stat that allows you to do that. And it's like the way they did magic in this game is like, like it's magic within the formulas of how the game works, It just changes physics for you in some way or another for a little bit. All right. Well,
The magic system in this game is pretty absurd. You can do a lot of crazy stuff. You can kind of do what he actually wants. Because I believe levitate is a spell. You
yeah.
can use, like,
There's
on
totally a
people,
flying
and you
spell.
can break the magic. Yeah, and you could totally break the magic system to just let you do that all the time. I never worked on it so much to really do that, but you can look it up and figure out how to do it yourself. It's a fun time.
I'm gonna take some Bungler's Bane. There we go. Tar Heels name was added as a reference to the North Carolina Tar Heels. I figured it had to be that, which
There you go.
Which is the only notable Tar Heel I know of. Anyway, should we tell the town guard about the guy who fell out? Nah. It'd probably lock us up for sounding crazy.
Just like, oh, you killed him, didn't you?
Yeah.
What?
Good,
Oh.
Morrow. Nothing untoward happening to the north. Yeah, they never believe me. Even though magic is totally a thing.
In front of him. Just use the scroll in front of him. Prove it.
All right, no, I'm serious. Check this out.
Give him a story to tell.
Let's see if I could jump to Solstheim. All right. So let's go to Balmora.
Right angle, I believe in you.
Why walk when you can ride? All right. I love Balmora. This town is probably my favorite in the game. It just it has such a cozy feel to me for some reason. The misty overcastness of it.
It's the water in particular that cuts through it. Is why I like it as much as I do.
All right. Well, here we are. We know we're here on the instructions, I guess, of the Emperor to find a guy called Caius Casades. We got a package for him, and he should be in a place called the South Wall Corner Club, which is in across the river. But first, we got some contraband to handle, everybody. Fortunately for us, there's a Khajiit shopkeeper here who does not bat an eye, and in fact will pay us big money for the stuff. What up, Miraju?
Mirage! I'm doing a thing.
Oh,
I'm doing a thing.
Okay.
It's a very important thing.
Yeah.
I guess I should do it on both sides, eh?
Did you do it? Okay, yeah, all right. Yay. Ritual observed. Everybody, when Mirage and Designation V shout each other out on my channel, I have a Dark Souls text that I make appear that says ritual completed. And it's because of a thing that happened once.
I think we were calling it the ritual even before.
Yeah.
Even before the Great Shactual Gambit of 2024.
unfamiliar.
Here's a Khajiit merchant named Ravir. Ravir is going to be our homie for a lot of this playthrough, probably. Mostly because he will buy the goods from us. Now the thing is he's only got 600 gold. I think we got more moon sugar and skooma than he has in gold, so we're gonna have to do a little bartering. I think he can take all of our moon sugar. Right? Oh, okay, yeah, 209. Maybe a skooma?
Yeah, so
Nah. Oh, but not both skoomas, just one skooma.
And you just gave him both.
Yeah, that's the...
He's like, both skoomas? You're amazing.
I gotta keep a skooma, I guess. Well, that kind of complicates things. I'll probably just leave it on the floor. Alright, so let's see. Or you know what? What has he got to sell? Maybe we want something he has. We could do a little bartering, Ravir. What do you say? Oh, that's right. Ravir, he has dialogue, if we read it, that talks about him having special Daedric weapons. But we look at his inventory, and they're not really Daedric weapons. They're enchanted weapons that turn themselves into a temporary Daedric weapon for a short period of time.
Yeah, because the bound weapons are technically Daedric in nature, but they're not.
Right, they're not permanent.
The physical weapon itself is not.
Yeah, yeah, and but he's like presenting them as if they were genuine Daedric weapons, which is funny. Let's see. So yeah, Fiend Tauntauta gives you lightning shield and bound dagger. That's fun. Same fire shield for the longsword version. Lightning shield for the spear version. And just a generic one that doesn't do a shield.
There's a lot of stereotypes of the different races because, as I said, it's a story about races, and they will have a lot of the same patterns and funnies and references to each other as we go along. Moon Sugar obviously being one of them. But another one of the things is when you're bartering with Khajiit, they're trying to screw you over. And as much as it's a stereotype, Morrowind likes to go especially hard on the stereotypes,
right?
More so than any of the other games.
Like
they will try to make it as funny as possible.
Here's an example, perfect example. Like these fakey Daedric weapons he's selling for outrageous prices. This one's 9,000 gold. Like this dude doesn't even carry enough cash to like actually like be able to buy something like this himself.
The game doesn't mean for you to buy this. It's just
right.
It's a gag.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, this one's really good. 9,000. This one's 3,000. But these ones down here are a little more affordable. 125, 165. But they're both weapon types.
Well,
so
I
I'm
think
not
that was
skilled in.
and I think that was the point. It was like, oh, like look at these incredible wares that you could work up to.
Yeah, yeah.
But for one you can actually afford.
Okay, let's see. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take a silver dagger for just in case times, because I think...
Yep, that's a good call.
I think certain enemies are only harmable by magic weapons or silver ones. Well, the kite and gauntlet? Oh, you're right. I didn't even... Yeah, the gauntlets. Oh, yeah.
Good point.
Let's get those. All right, so I think maybe we can dump the last skooma on him now. Oh, he's... All right, you know what? 601. We'll call it an even 600, Ravir. What do you think? You said okay.
You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons? Nope, not even a little, but everything else.
Let's see. What? You say these are not Daedric weapons? No, you're right. But Ravir is no liar. When you wish it, the fiend, demon, and devil weapons will be as sharp as fine Daedric and light as Netch air sac. Gross. All right, cool. Oh, Ravir buys them direct from the Telvanni. You'll not find any cheaper in all Balmora. Now, the Telvanni are a faction of the Dunmer government.
One of the great houses.
Yeah, we're basically kind of doing a Vichy government thing with the Empire right now. But the Telvanni are the ones that are least into it.
The Telvanni have always been very independent.
They're also the
and this is
most
really
racist. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's Kennedy.
they I would give them the second most racist, actually, because the Telvanni are a meritocracy. You can actually, as an Argonian, work yourself out of slavery to become semi-nobility. The Telvanni will never actually let you have like a seat at the table. They will never actually let you be true Telvanni. Well, if we're talking House Dagoth, we're gonna make Telvanni
Oh,
third.
yeah.
Okay,
If you're
says
bringing in
Kennedy.
House Dagoth, you're right. Well,
I mean,
okay.
what's
So
House
then, what do you
Dagoth? I
think?
have no idea what you're
Redoran?
talking.
Is it Redoran then? Because
Dress. It's no Blue Flare nailed it. It's House Dress because House Dress are the ones who
oh,
make
I
all
know.
their money through the slavery of
That's right. Yeah,
Argonians.
yeah. I remember House
But they're
Dress now.
mostly House Dress is mostly mainland Morrowind. We don't interact with House Dress very much in Vardenfell. In Vardenfell, the main ones we interact with are Redoran, Halalu, and I think Telvanni.
Telvanni. Yeah. Yeah. Dress has a plantation on the southern shore of Vardenfell, someplace.
Yeah, that's mostly where Dress is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. What do you know about the south wall there, Ravir? Working Class Corner Club in Balmora, east of the Odai River on the south end of Labor Street, owned by Bokala Closius. So yeah, all the like imperial names, indicate like who's like of the imperial race from Cyrodiil, right? That's where they're from. Owner and proprietor of South. Okay, well that's circular. All right, Ravir, take it easy, brother.
Now we're talking in circles. I'm getting out of here.
Thanks for buying my drugs. That's what happens when he gets all up on the moon sugar. All right, so now that we're loaded with some cash and we no longer have contraband,
he immediately partook after your exchange.
well, you got to test it,
Hello.
So you don't know if that's like,
but I'll try.
powdered sugar. No. All right, Meldor's an armorer. In addition to selling weapons and armor, he can repair our gear. Now, he sells, like, my favorite armor set in the game, but it's medium armor instead of light, so we won't be using it this playthrough. But the bone mold set, it's the kind you see on the box art.
Very, Redoran.
Yeah.
Coveted armor set.
Oh, here's Chitin Greaves. I'll take it. He's also got a very expensive helm and shield. What's your pronunciation on this one? Dreg?
I usually used to say Droog, but since playing Elder Scrolls Online, where everything is voiced
they
a
say
lot,
Dreg.
they say Dreg a lot.
I was going around saying Drafe.
Drafe. It all sounds cool to me. I mean, I like any of them.
I mean, I could imagine, like, people on one side of Vardenfell say Dreg, and the other half of the island says Dref, or whatever, depending on...
Well, not to mention, a lot of the time, they aren't given the voice actors for Elder Scrolls and Fallout, but Elder Scrolls is where they need it the most. They get very little direction.
Oh, so they're just, like, whatever they go with.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of different pronunciation of a lot of different things. And Dreg was just more consistent than most things in ESO, so it's like, F it, Dreg.
All right, we bought
the big crab fellas.
We bought the Greaves. Oh, you know what? I should totally sell this other Chitin Cuirass I found to this guy. Meldor, you want to buy some stuff?
Also, as Kennedy, thank you for the follow, if I didn't already say.
Oh, word. Oblivion's VOs were just given an alphabetical list of all their lines with no context. That's amazing.
I mean, you can tell with poor Oblivion with some of the voice acting work.
That's a vibe, though. You get a certain outcome from that sort of thing, and it ended up being a special little thing.
It does really show, but I love it. Yeah, and I loved that the remaster didn't really change most of them. They still have the one particular line where someone goes just like, "Oh shit, let me start that over," and he actually starts over the line in game.
Oh yeah. I love that. All right, cool. We're all.
I thought if they were gonna fix one thing, it would have been that, but they kept all the scuff.
Oh wow, that silver dagger I bought was trash. It needs repaired.
No.
That's like twice. That's like as much as I paid for the thing. All right. All right, Meldor, the armorer. You have a good day. Now that we're fully kitted out, let's go.
Ooh, a point I forgot to make, if you forgive me for going into past topics while you're checking everything out. Because it was kind of questioned whether or not Nirn was round. And they don't really talk about it. It's not super alluded to because land and everything like that is not alluded to in shape. For example, we talked about the moons a little bit already. The moons, despite looking circular, and as we know, are spherical in nature IRL, in Elder Scrolls, the reason why they're circular is not because they are a spherical object, but because they are entire realms that our eyes turn into circles to kind of make up the difference, to kind of
perceive.
try to put them in, to perceive, yeah.
I see.
And that's actually how everything works. Every planetary body is a realm of its own.
Isn't the sun and stars literally just like punches through reality to the realm of the gods, and the sun is just like an especially large one?
So yeah,
something like that?
there is that argument. The sun is also referred to as Magnus, the god of magic himself. When he left Nirn, he became the sun. Which is also kind of a weird point, where the planets are all the gods, but they're also their own realms. Except for the serpent. The serpent's particular. The serpent is very particular.
Alright, I think the corner club should be around here. South Wall Corner Club. This is the place. We should be able to meet with our contact here. Hello there.
I cannot wait for me to catch up in ESO for this, because in Elder Scrolls Online, in the Morrowind expansion, you go to Vardenfell, and so much of this is so one-to-one.
Really? That's cool.
In terms of like the architecture and where all the buildings are, it's so cool.
I like how we entered this building and we actually go downstairs into a basement for the bar.
Me too.
All right, well, let's ask the barkeep. Hey, you
That's the
ever...
seat of House Halalu.
All right, we'll get to this dialogue before the next ad here. Hey, you heard of Caius Cosades? You beat this guy.
That old sugar tooth? I'm not sure where he's living now, but ask Bacaloclosius, the owner. He'll know.
Which one's Bacala?
Bacaloclosius? He's the owner. He must be around here somewhere.
Hey, you're so helpful.
What was that?
Euclosius.
Wait, what's the Argonian's name?
Only he stands there.
Only he stands there.
That's a cool name.
He nails it.
Chironir.
They were far funnier in Morrowind than they were in the rest.
Sugar Lips Habasi. Arathor. Sotilda. Where the hell's the proprietor?
Speak freely, friend.
He is.
Hi, Bacala. Good day, I'm Bacala Closius, publican of the South Wall here in Balmora. We rent beds and have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can tell you where to look for services and such and so forth. Hey, where's Caius? Old Caius rents a little bed and basket just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace. And then right up the stairs, and then left to the top of the stairs and down at the end of the street. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, he ain't here, but he told us where to get him. Not this door. This door.
Where do I sell a Darumaka? There's a nice little menu in the About section you can interact with to sell the Darumaka. Just on the market. It's Pokemon eBay in here.
Alrighty. Well, we've made it to Caius Cosades' house. It just says on the door.
It's very nice for them
Yeah.
to for the door to just teleport that information to our brains.
It says Caius's room, stay out. Let's have a look at the town here. Ooh, look at this. There's a trap door right here.
The door just creaks in Morse code.
The ghost of Crowley appears in the door knocker or whatever. Oh, look, that building up there that we can see more of out of our peripheral vision, I guess, is the Tribunal Temple of the place, and that's where this playthrough really gets started. I want to focus on the Tribunal Temple quest line, which is extensive.
Yes, it is.
But I figure it's a great way to tour the island. Yeah. It's a great way to tour the island, get immersed in the culture, figure out what's going on. Who's this lady hanging out on top of Caius' house?
Yes, Outlander?
She's Drelea Arethi. Let's see, let's ask her something random. What's the latest rumors? House Lalu's guar herders have had some hard times these last few years. Oh, okay. It's a little incidental. Alright, well, I got another ad coming in about a minute and a half. Just go right down here, and I guess I'll just go ahead and shift this to the Be Right Back screen, and we'll be right back. I should save. I should do a proper save. Here we go.
I usually do proper saves just because it, I don't know, it makes me feel safer.
Yeah, you gotta. You gotta have your quick save and your proper save at a minimum, you know. But okie dokie. All right, so like first major plot point right after the break, everybody. Thank you for watching so far. It's time to feed the monkey.
And I suppose it's worth mentioning, and I had forgotten, the seat of power is of a completely different house that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh,
so I
right.
can't wait till we interact with the Tribunal Temple.
Oh boy, oh boy. Alrighty, yeah, be right back. Okay, we are back. Are we back? I think the video game will appear.
He returned.
There it is. Hooray. Good news. Alt-tabbing is working perfectly. Welcome back from break. Thank you for sticking it through, everybody. And we are hanging outside the house of the contact that the Emperor himself sent us to. I wonder what kind of upstanding, amazing person we'll find in here. Oh, he's not wearing a shirt. Ah, you live like this, Caius? What's going on here?
Yes?
Yes. Uh-oh. Am I breaking up?
Okay, there.
Oh, there we go. All right, what do you got, Caius? The War of the First Council. He's got a spoon under his bed. I guess that's normal. I hope there's nothing that contextualizes that spoon.
Skooma pipe.
A good skooma pipe. Oh,
What are you
Caius,
doing, pal?
bro, we have like fucking train spotting in here, bro. How's it going? Hey, what's up, Rectobot? Oh, he's sniffing. Uh-huh. Bro, Caius,
Sniffing.
if I had known, I'd have saved something for you. I just tell you what, Ravir's loaded right now. You could talk him down, I'm sure. Anyway. Love that the skooma pipe could be used as alchemy equipment. Yes, it's going to be part of my character. Me and Caius, we're going to be buds. All right. You want to be Caius?
Sure.
All right.
What? Yes, I'm Caius Casalis. But what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Casalis? What are you talking about?
Listen, I have to report to Caius Casares.
So, you say your name is Negatron, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it?
Yeah, here you go. Package for
No,
Caius
roll
Cas-
credits!
At the end. Caius percent.
Yes,
All right.
very interesting.
There we go.
So it says here, the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Negatron?
That sounds all
This
very
is very-
dubious, Caius.
It's very interesting. It's weird hearing him say that when he's currently standing half naked with a scuba pipe.
And when it
nearby.
smells like it must smell like in here. All right. Yeah, man. I mean, the Emperor wills it, right? Secret agent stuff, sounds like.
Good. Welcome to the service, novice Negatron. It's alliterative, so it's even better.
Oh,
you belong to
ominous
the blade.
dominus novice Negatron. All right.
We're the Emperor's eyes and we are the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest.
All right. Like-
What hospitality!
Caius is very friendly.
But leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. Oh boy!
But don't touch my things. You can use my bed, but don't touch my stuff.
If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our blades trainers now. Or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the blades trainers.
Oh, word. Okay, so this is like the game's mechanic for stat boosting in exchange for money, basically. Caius doesn't sleep anyway, on account of the drug use. The skooma keeps you up. Caius hasn't slept in 15 years. When I use my bed, I don't fucking use it. It's all neatly made. I don't even sit on it, man. All right.
Hey, we could ask about House Hawaii.
All right. So Blades trainers, yeah, those are like other members of this like secret agency of the Empire that's in town, and we can get like quick skill ups from them for decent prices. But we're gonna talk about orders, Caius. Let's get down to brass tacks.
First thing, Pilgrim, you're new.
All right,
And
John
you
Wayne.
look it. You're new and you look it.
All right.
I'm actually a Dunmer here. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, here's 200 drinks. Go
Oh.
get yourself a decent weapon, or armor, or a spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild, or Mages Guild, or Imperial Cult, or Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks, gain skill and experience, or go out on your own, look for freelance work, or trouble. I've never been told to look for trouble by my commanding officer before.
Caius is down, man.
Yeah, he's super down. Then when you're ready, come back and I'll have orders for you.
$200, man. You get friendlier, Caius. All right, so this is what the Blades is all about. I love this job.
Look at all
Alright.
these groups he's talking about.
Right? He's like, all right, so basically go fit in. Holy smokes, I'm being raided by Glenola and Company. Hello, Glenola, welcome in.
Glenola!
I hope you enjoyed your stream. Let me throw you to shouty without having to like alt tab and stuff. Glenola, there we go. Yeah, Glenola was playing Brutal Legend, which, by the way, everybody, if you go on itch.io right now, you could totally get Brutal Legend for free. The Double Fine, the developers behind it, put it up for free for 666 metal minutes tonight in honor of Ozzy's passing. In that time period elapses. That time period elapses at about 4 a.m. Eastern U.S., so you have until then to get Brutal Legend for free, starring the voice talent of none other than Jack Black, the main character. But it features lots of dialogue from Ozzy, basically as Ozzy in the game, and a number of other notable metalhead rockers from, you know, days before. But how are you doing, Glenola? Welcome in. Welcome to Morrowind with me and Designation V.
Hello.
That's V. But Raiders, if you got a raid and fade, I can dig it. We're playing Morrowind and we're taking our time with it. We're going real slow. And we were just having a good time with Caius Cosades here, our contact with the Blades, who accepted us into his organization without a shirt and with the smell of skooma and stank in the air. And he gave us 200 gold and said, go, fit in with the world. And that's what we're going to go do.
The timing could not better than that.
Caius never fucking changed, man. All right. Yeah, I have an sniff. I have an interest in the Mages Guild for starters. So they're on the. This is like the residential side of town for the most part. On this side of the river. And on this side of the river is like also houses, but where most of the businesses are. Finer than a frog's hair. Had I known about the free brutal legends, I would have been mentioning it. Oh, I thought you happened to be playing it on account of that. Morrowind is an awesome game. Hell yeah, it is. It's great.
I believe
It's
that's it
great.
right there. That's it.
Oh yeah, here's the Mages Guild. So that was the ritual sign, star sign also, which the Mages Guild, I guess, associates itself with. Oh, that's right. The Upper Crusties live up on the hill next to the temple over here.
Go figure.
Yeah. Hi, Shargam Bro Shaglug. Incredible
There are
name.
many creatures beyond the cities. Good hunting.
All right.
Also, far more pig the orcs are
Mm-hmm.
in this particular one.
Hey, Ma. Yeah, particularly this one. He's definitely got the porcine nose.
Fight well.
Ah, shit!
Oh, damn!
Hey, man.
Speak.
Okay. Excuse me. Scared the shit out of me, man. All right.
Not to mention with a spooky voice.
May the
Hello,
wind be
Lugard.
on your back.
Hedvild. Oh, yeah, she's a Nord. Hi. Welcome to the Mages Guild. Hey, you guys.
Outlander, what do you want?
What do I want? Rannis
Oh,
or
what do I-
Erithus
what-
or
oh.
what is that? Athris? Aethris?
Probably
Athris?
say like Athris. Yeah.
Athris. Aranus Athris. Are you looking for me? You want to join the Mages Guild? Yeah, is this your application process? You're in! Yes, you look like the sort we could use in the Mages Guild. Will you take the Mages Oath and join the guild?
Hell yeah.
Let's expound on what the Mage's Oath is. What is the Mage's Oath? Perform any duties assigned to you by the masters of the guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members. Never strike or steal from another guild member. Does this appeal to you? Oh, yeah, that seems pretty straightforward. I thought you'd go and give me some kind of grand philosophy or something. You are now a member of the Mages Guild. Welcome, associate. When you're ready, you can ask for duties to perform. And once you're ready, you can ask me about advancement in the guild. All right, well, I guess let's get right down to it. I don't have any duties for an associate. Speak with me again when you have proven yourself. In the meantime, speak with Ajira. I believe she may have some small tasks for you. Ah.
Well, thanks, I guess.
I see. We now have access to the Mages Guild supply chest. Scroll.
Go and get a job to do. All right, can I have a job to do? From me? No.
No way, you jerk. You're a loser.
Kidding me? You just joined.
Absolutely not. All right, so we got some standard restore magicka potions, fortify willpower. Book about flowers, book about Daedra, lesser soul gems, scroll of Almcivi intervention. This is like a teleport you out of trouble spell, and you'll land in the nearest temple, I think.
Yeah.
And then there, Daedines, Panacea, cure common disease.
Dadine's Panacea, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what
Panacea. I always say Panacea.
Panacea.
Scroll of Divine Intervention, which is another teleport out of trouble spell, but you land in an Imperial Cult shrine instead of a temple. They're both pretty handy to have. We'll take those. And the Cure Common Disease scrolls. Why not?
There was like 4 main teleport skills from what I remember. Well, technically 3, I guess. Because you have one that you can.
One of them's like a set of
recall. 2. You have recall, and then you have mark, which recall just brings you to where you mark.
Yeah.
And then you have Alchemy intervention, divine intervention. I think the one I used the most was the Almcivi intervention. Can't recall.
Alright, where's Ajira? Oh yeah, Ajira's the Khajiit one. So these are all our new pals. Our co-workers in the excuse me, in the Mages Guild. We have Sharn Grab Musgob.
I greet you as a friend.
She greets us as a friend.
Oh, nice.
We have Estradalen. She's very pensive. Maraine Dren.
Something
Oh, he's a Dren. Wait.
Dren?
Oh no, I thought that was the name of that family. Dress. Yeah, never mind. Different consonant. All right.
I'd be particularly shocked if Dress was a mage and still kept the name Dress.
May I help you?
Somebody said sweet skooma.
Specifically a mage.
All right, this is one's sniffy around here. Is there like a cold going around town? This is Saline? No. Mussolini. No, that's
Mussolini.
sounds too close to Mussolini.
It does kind of sound like Mussolini.
We'll call her Marion. All right, Marion. All right. All right, Jira.
We're on a last name basis, you and I.
Yeah. Oh, geez, Ajira. You're Ajira.
I volunteer.
The guild supply chests do respawn after some amount of time. Yeah, like they'll refill after a while.
Do you want goodies from Ajira? Do you want the local brews? Or help in a fight? Some Telvanni bug musk? Or a way to reach the high places?
You have a lot of things to talk about, Ajira. Ways to reach the high places, huh? They're talking about skooma. You know what? We're gonna keep it tight for now, Ajira. We'll talk more small talk later. What do you got for me?
Yes, Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms.
Ah, mushrooms, you say?
To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Luminous Rusula, Violet Coprinus, Bungler's Bane, and Hypophasia, or Fascia, I think is usually how I pronounced it. Ajira knows you can find all these on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way is to go south along the river Odai until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Get out of the river there and find a path west over the hills.
All right, you know what? I might have picked up most of these. I don't think I got the Hypophasia. What's it look like?
Hypophasia looks much like Bungler's Bane and grows like a shelf on trees and other things. Hypophasia is safe to eat, but make sure it is not Bungler's Bane.
Alrighty. Okay. Good thing, Ajira. We'll go get you some mushrooms. Let's see what we got on us right now, though. We do got some Luminous Rusula. And some Bungler's Bane. Did they say how many pieces we need? No, just one of
No, I
each.
think it's just one of each. Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all be
That
good.
journal is the most important thing that could ever be said of this
Oh
game.
my god.
I just
you
want to mention that
you
right
would
now.
legit need to keep one of your own, and it's probably still even a good idea, really.
Yeah.
When I played, I had it on the Xbox, and it came with a really nice full color map folded up, and so like I would play with that sucker next to me
I
basically the whole time.
always really enjoyed the maps that came with the Elder Scrolls games.
I still have my copy somewhere. I should bust out with it because I'm pretty sure the map's still in it.
My poor Morrowind map got destroyed because
Oh,
those things
no.
weren't particularly.
What makes this smell?
What makes this
Like
smell?
super well made.
All right, let's see. All right, let's check out the temple before we get going on this mushroom mission. We'll eschew the Fighters Guild for now. That map rules. Hell yeah, it does.
Oh, is there S. Kennedy? I'd probably buy one.
Ooh.
Gunwood Temple.
Oh shit! Ominous.
You know, I think I should turn around, Nick. You hear this is a good idea.
I think it is because it's pictures taken instantaneously. I am a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Please, everybody, get ready for an instant memory and type into the chat, please. Fuzzy ominous temple. Here, hold on, let's see if we can. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. We'll just face it. We'll just face it. Alright, hold on. I gotta put my window projector out. It's a screen grab redeem, gang. Get up on it if you want to be preserved in it. Fuzzy ominous temple. Alrighty, here we go. Fuzzy ominous temple. Going once. Going twice. I guess like hum or something V so your V lights up. Yay! Here we go. There. See, now you're in the picture too. Okay. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for participating in Discord promotion gimmick redeem. Hey, and our first one of the series, V.
Hell yeah. And I'm glad it was one of the temples. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's not bad. Hot diggity dog. Thank you so much, Dracolair. If somebody could shout out Dracolair, I'd be grateful. Otherwise, I'll do it as soon as I'm finished saving this. Today is the 23rd of July, 2025. Sniff. And this is a Discord gimmick. You can join it if you want and see these redeems in their own special channel. Promote your own stuff or whatever and junk. And we plan charity events there under the name PSI Hope. Join us this October for Elden Ring, Casual Race for a Cause to benefit Jordan Porco Foundation and Youth Suicide Prevention. V's going to be there.
Yeah. V is going to be there. I love just thinking. By the way.
That's my main draw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Alrighty. Posting. Thanks, Dracolair. Appreciate you. Also, yeah, that lightning strike right before entering the temple for the first time.
Awesome. That was so cool.
What?
That was super spooky.
It was all boom, thunder. Well, I mean, so our fate lies ahead of us. We got to get out of the rain, right? Into shelter of the temple.
Oh, of course.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. It's so warm and cozy.
I know, it's nice. I already feel like I love how the Dunmer do their aesthetic, you know.
And actually, speaking of that, because there's some of the Dunmer buildings you can kind of attribute to like very Eastern um, kind of inspiration. Because like one of the things about Elder Scrolls is usually it's pretty obvious to tell what or where the inspiration is. Dunmer, it's a little harder because there's definitely a combination, and it's hard to tell kind of what exact they were going for. But a lot of it seems to be somewhat Japanese, like in some ways. But for these particular kinds of buildings, they remind me more of the buildings kind of south, like kind of Central American. Um, I know, like in New Mexico, I grew up around a lot of these places, buildings that look like this.
All right, so we're seeing like a communal urn kind of situation here. Like it looks like
Yeah,
ashen remains of several individuals.
the Dunmer have a very big particular focus on their ancestry, and their dead. And Nords kind of have a similar thing going, but the Dunmer are kind of looked down upon by many other races because they can literally summon their ancestors' spirits back to talk with and stuff like that. And people are like, "Oh, that's necromancy," and the Dunmer are like, "No, that's not necromancy. It's totally different. Totally different."
To the point where, like, it's part of the negotiations of assimilating Morrowind into the Empire at large was like a legal loophole for Dunmer ancestor worship being kind of a legal loophole for necromancy.
Precisely, and well, and not to mention, the Dunmer themselves do consider that to be different. Like I know I was poking fun, like, oh, totally different, but they actually do believe it to be very different in terms of actual practice necromancy. They have a huge disdain for it. They
Right,
consider it
yeah,
completely
it's highly
different thing,
illegal,
and
right? Like, and you
yeah,
can get
super
busted for
illegal.
that big time.
The two places you'll probably be most prosecuted for when it comes to necromancy is in Hammerfell, because they are just a very big no-go, no necromancy and whatsoever. And the second would probably be Morrowind. They just despite how much they love their dead and how they literally call their ancestors back to talk to them, uh, you summon a skeleton and you're going right off to the chopping block. They
It's
do not care.
it's like almost like a what's kosher or not sort of situation, or like in
Kinda,
Final Fantasy
yeah.
X, like what machina's officially sanctioned by the temple and why kind of a thing.
Yeah, very much.
But yeah,
There is a line somewhere, but people don't know where exactly it
yeah,
is.
it's kind of nebulous. Okay, so we got a couple of shrines in here with interesting visual depictions of individuals. This one, Saint Realms. Hi, little crow witch. We have
A minor saint.
who looks like a feminine figure. Looks like maybe an armor or some kind of ceremonial garb. Some kind of geometric halo happening there. And then over here we have Saint Lothus, who looks a little slouchy. I'm not gonna lie. A little slouchy and googly
He
eyed.
looks kind of down in the dumps.
Yeah. Well, guess we'll learn more about that. Let's see what happens when we interact with them. Would you like to make a donation of 35 gold and receive a blessing? Nah, it's a little steep. Oh wait, no, we're loaded, right? Yeah, 851, we're loaded. Sure. Ooh, we can cure disease, blight, or poison through the blessing, or accept the blessing of the Rock of Lothus. How goes it? It goes great, little crow witch. We're having a blast. Slow burn in Morrowind here. Well, I guess.
Which one was this? Which saint was this?
Saint Lothus.
This is Lothus. Okay.
What's
This
the?
is Saint Lothus the Pious.
Oh, we have to commit to one of these. I've already committed. All right. Well, we'll take the rock. You smell what Saint Lothus is cooking. All right. So, in order to see what that effect is, we have to look at our magic menu, if I'm remembering right.
So, fun fact about actually Saint Lothus is he's the patron saint of House of Dress in particular.
Oh, great.
But he is considered and he is considered a lesser saint. Most of the saints we'll see in these temples are actually lesser saints.
Yeah, yeah, the
The
pantheon
ones
of
that
the
will be,
tribunal is quite extensive when it gets down to it that way, right?
I can't remember how many saints in total. There's quite a few lesser saints, but the greater saints are the ones that actually pertain to the main plot of this game. So we'll talk about them more when we actually get to them.
Oh boy.
That's of course Alexia, Sothasil, and Vivek, which are the tribunal themselves. Nerevar, definitely kind of a big deal, just a little, and Saint Veloth, Veloth being the one who actually had traveled to Morrowind in the first place.
We are playing Morrowind, Lita Lunaria. What was that last remark you said about
Uh,
about?
Saint, Ve- Saint Veloth was the pilgrim. He's the one who traveled during the days of the Chimer. He is the one who traveled from Somerset Isles to Morrowind.
Oh, okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't like traveling between dimensions or some shit. All right, 10 lesser
10 lesser
saints
saints, I guess 11. Yep,
with the great
including Jude's
Eradicator.
11. That makes sense.
But yeah, good to see you, Lita. We are indeed playing Morrowind. We started a new game today, and we're talking about as much as we can know and do and think about while we go. Here's Saint Realms. Oh yeah, hold on. I wanted to define the power of the Rock of Lothus we just received. It's a 5-point willpower buff.
Oh.
I don't know how long it'll last, but let's see. A donation of 35 and get Realm's Grace. We can stack both blessings. And Realm's Grace is a 5-point endurance buff.
Now, Saint Realms was known as the Barefooted because they were the Dunmary patron saint of pilgrims and beggars. She was a rich noble who gave away her things. Like the reason why she was barefooted is because she would give her shoes away
Oh.
to the poor.
We have like a
And
Siddhartha
she,
situation here.
yeah, and she actually appeared as a beggar to actually get to know the poorer class of Morrowind, which I really appreciate. I like her a lot.
Oh yeah, that's totally like the, one of the first parts of like the tale of the Buddha, the Prince
Yep.
Siddhartha becoming fed up in with the indulgence of palace life, basically sheds it all and goes out to live amongst the common people and eventually dives super deep into asceticism.
Yeah, the very beginning of his journey before he I'd say before he really cracks down on the more Hindu idea of you if you have nothing, you are enlightened. If you're in pain, you are
Yeah,
enlightened.
yeah, he
Before
tried
the
going that
evolution
route.
that was the middle way, that is the Buddhist way.
Little path. All right. Well, this room looks important. Oh, we're under the dome, which I quite like.
Love the dome.
I love the dome. The dome buildings. Sniff. We need a
It
sniff.
sounds so close all the time.
We need a sniff counter.
Yeah, I will make one for next stream. We'll get a sniff counter.
I'll go over the VOD and see how many we got in this one, so we could start with the correct numbers. All right. Well, this looks like a place of study for the temple people, huh? Here's a mural. That guy looks important. And he's
that might
leading
be Saint Veloth,
people.
I'm guessing.
Might be. He's leading people.
Definitely a chimer.
Oh, here we have another little shrine. The Shrine of the Tribunal itself. All right, it's worth 35 for the blessing. Oh crap! There's a bunch of blessings.
Can grab any of the three. Damn.
80s.
Oh, is it a little chopped off at the top? Yeah, it is a tiny bit.
Is it?
I did not notice that blue flare, so thank you for letting me know. It was meant to be chopped off of the top a little bit, but I think I overdid it.
Ooh.
I'll change it after.
All right, let's take the soul of Sothasil since it has the most alliteration.
Sothasil's my favorite of the three.
The soul of Sothasil grants a magicka buff of 5 points.
Figures.
All right, well, let's talk
So
to
the
this
seal is the
person here.
architect.
You look important. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me go up in the gallery under the dome here and see. Just have a look around because it's pretty. Yeah, I suppose if I had my druthers, I would like make my house either look like a tribunal temple or what do you call them? Volcano Manor's interior.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I like Volcano Manor's interior. I would never live there. Very dreary for me.
Super goth, red lighting, and everything. I'd have my room where I can put normal light in it, but the rest of it would
Plus
be
one
just...
sniff, by the way.
Oh, man. All right, Feldralo Sadri. Looks like the shrine blessings last for 48 minutes. Wow. Okay.
It's a pretty lengthy amount of time.
Yeah, you want to be Feldralo?
Sure. Welcome, my child. Do you seek to join the temple?
Oh, I do. I'm gonna like really go native here.
You have a promising look. Perhaps we could use you. Do you wish to join? Or shall you hear our doctrine first?
Let's hear the doctrines.
Your fourfold duties are to faith, family, masters, and all that is good. We made that one weird on purpose.
This is our catch-all clause.
Perform holy quests and bring luster to the temple. Never transgress against your brothers or sisters in thought or deed, as we are all one body. If you somehow fail to uphold these ideals, you must speak with the master or the patriarch to be cleansed of your wrongdoings. Still want to join?
Yeah, I'm a square fellow. I ain't gonna mess with nobody.
You are now a layman in the temple. Welcome, Brother Negatron. I am one of several masters you can go to get your duties, and if you perform well, advancement in the temple is not out of the question.
Sweet. Also, blessings are 5 gold for members of the temple and free at higher ranks. Hot diggity dog. We're already ahead. All right. Well, cool. We homed in right on the temple quest giver, I suppose. All right. Well, what would you have me do?
Before I give you any other duties, you should prove your faith by making the pilgrimages of the 7 graces. Is that what it is?
Oh, boy. I've never completed this quest series. I've only gotten like halfway through it. All right. 7 graces, you say?
Take this book, The Pilgrim's Path. It describes where the pilgrimage sites are. After you have completed these pilgrimages, speak with me again. I should warn you that while most of these are easy, the pilgrimages of Ghost Gate and the Ruddy Man are more difficult. You may wish to do those last.
Well,
Ooh, the Ruddy Man!
thanks for the fair warning. I actually recall the Ruddy Man and Ghost Gate portions to some degree because, of course, I was like, I'm doing them first. All right.
I just thought the Ruddy Man was a very interesting story.
It is there, and like this is one of the things that's going to be really cool about doing this quest line is it'll give us like a whole shitload of background and like folklore, not just like in-game lore, but folklore of the game, which is really cool.
Yeah, which I really appreciate that. And a lot of this I had already gotten information about in ESO, but it's going to be so concentrated when we get to Vardenfell. And I'll need to let you know when that happens too, because I'll have to see if we can integrate that. It'll be great to see the 800 years difference that is ESO in this game.
Oh, right. Is it after this?
It is before.
Oh, it's
it is
before
800 years
this. Okay.
prior to Morrowind.
Oh, all right. So we in the future. But we're in the past compared to Oblivion and Skyrim.
We are, yeah. ESO takes place in the second era before Tiber Septim.
All right, you know what? We can ask her how she feels about the Imperial cult, which is the religion of the Empire. Oh, she only has generic dialogue for it, really.
Yeah, that's all right. We didn't click any of the other dialogue for Imperial cult, so might as well learn about it now.
Yeah.
Amora's Imperial Cult Shrine is outside of town to the southeast, in Fort Moonmoth. Aldasi Therathron is the priest in charge there. The altar there cures disease and poison, and they offer various other services as well.
Neat.
Services, you say?
Alright. Ask for Hank. He'll know what you mean. Alright, so we got a book. The Pilgrim's Path, huh? Let's see. How do you read a book in your inventory?
Is it just hover on space? I don't recall.
Hover and space.
Negative? Okay, it's probably just space when it's out and about.
Like, do I have to drop it to read it? Guess.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, alright. Well, that's how I like to read books. I throw them on the ground.
And then I threw it on the ground.
Alright, let's flip through this just real quick before we commit to reading it. Because it's fairly lengthy as far as Morrowind books
It
go.
is fairly lengthy.
So I guess we'll read it chapter by chapter, right? Alright. The Pilgrim's Path. Pilgrim must visit each of the shrines of the 7 graces. At each site, the pilgrim must stand before the 3-sided stone triolith and read the inscription. To ease the pilgrim's task, the temple has made this list of shrines along with directions and advice to pilgrims. The blessings of each shrine last at least half a day. So I guess 48 minutes is half a game day. Let's see. Alright, well the first one is the Fields of Kumu, Shrine of Humility. Here, Lord Vivek met a poor farmer whose guar had died. A guar is like a pack animal, a beast of burden in Vardenfell. Not the heavily costumed heavy metal band. Although guar rules. They're pronounced the same.
Do love the guar though. They're I don't even know how to describe them. They're just kind of like they're very big.
They're
lizard-like
adorable.
creatures.
They have like a kind of a
Bipedal.
dopey face, but we'll see one, soon enough, I
Yeah.
suppose. But anyway, this Lord Vivek, met a poor farmer whose guar had died. The farmer could not harvest his muck without his guar, and he could not provide for his family or his village. So the Lord Vivek removed his fine clothes and toiled in the fields like a beast of burden until the crop was harvested. It is at the Fields of Kumu that we go to pray for the same humility Lord Vivek showed on that day. And this kind of shows us what's going on with this book also. We're on a pilgrimage to follow the important religious moments in the history of the Tribunal Temple. In these various important locations that they occurred at across the island. And each of these is a different such one. And by the time we finish all of them, we will have basically done a grand tour of Vardenfell Island. So we'll try to loop in... I guess I better take it. We'll try to loop in other stuff to kind of have a little bit of efficiency with what we're doing. But I think for the rest of today's session, we'll probably just go try to find those mushrooms and turn that in and see if
Be
maybe
productive in that way.
Yeah, we'll at least get one official job done. And for
Finally, we're useful to one of these poor NPCs we've been interacting with.
Wait, did I get turned around? Oh, I found another. There's a whole bunch. So I imagine each one of these spots would be reserved for a given family.
Yeah, it's a particular family member. I don't remember the material in question, but they would burn something here to summon the spirit forth. And I really like the idea, but the difference between temperature between living and dead, because I think everyone's probably heard the idea of ghosts are cold. When they feel cold to us.
Right.
Well, funny enough, to a ghost, to a spirit brought back, and these are testimonies from Dunmary spirits who come back in particular. Being back in the mortal realm feels cold to them. They are the ones who actually feel cold. and they don't like being back here. They only come back here to help their family, and that's where they cross the line. They don't want to be back otherwise. It's perfectly fine where they are. And so the reason why they have to burn something is so that we can welcome them forth without, accidentally torturing their past family member.
I see. Wow, it's very stormy.
It's very stormy.
Wow. I'm scared.
The thunder is really loud. I mean,
Right?
so is the rain. All the SFX is really going nuts.
Like, everything else was so chill. Hold on, let me... Oops, not save. Options. Audio. Effects. Just a smidge on that rain. Just, like, everything was fine. There we go. That's not quite, like, deafening anymore. Okie dokie, let's see. So, what's our itinerary? We have the pilgrimage ready to rock. We got the mushroom thing ready to go. I remember proceeding east out of Balmora and crossing one of those lava channels here to get to this zone where the mushrooms be. I guess, or we can go this way.
Yeah, I can see.
Let's see, we gotta... It would be this way. Man, it's really scary.
Very spooky.
Who's there? Nobody. Somebody sniffed. I saw the subtitle. Oh, Jesus.
I don't think getting to a higher vantage point is a great idea.
No, it's
Megatron.
smart. Hold on, let me pull out this piece of metal.
Could you imagine? Oh, it'd be so good. I've always really wanted to be, and this is very silly for me to just randomly say, but I have always wanted to be struck by lightning in Red Dead Redemption 2 when I learned that that was something that could happen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
It's never happened to me, but I've heard that it can.
So what do you call these things? Kagouti? Kagati?
Kagouti?
Kagouti?
Yeah, Kagouti. Like, I think I said Kagouti more than anything, but
They're
yeah,
like,
they're like the... Because what is that? Is it Khagouti, I think?
something or other. They're like, they're kind of like the Tremors from the second movie. The ones that got legs.
Kinda. They always reminded me of Guars, but without arms and crazy tusks or something.
Yeah, they're definitely aggressive, where Guar are rather passive. And we may just be weak enough to get gored by one. Wait.
I think Guars are kind of like on the same level as Ostrich, where they will mess you up, but they are also kind of cattle in a way.
I had the Icarian flight scroll equipped still. That could have been bad.
Oh, that would have been dangerous.
Oh, look, Hyphafacia.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hyphafacia.
All right.
What was the other one you needed?
Because
you...
It was the other round one. Luminous Rusala and Violet Caprinus.
Violet Caprinus.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Look for some Violet Caprinus. Violent.
I'm sure that's the ground one, right?
Yeah, it's not the tree kind.
Yeah, I remember what they look like. They're like they're the more slender ones, I think.
I think the Luminous Rusala were the slenderier ones. Oh no, that's this one. You're right. Alright, we're the skinnier ones. Oh, there we go.
Mushrooms. Oh, there they are.
There we go. Oh, look what we wandered nearby.
Well, hey.
This is ancient Keimer Fort, isn't it? Or Dunmer Fort?
I believe Keimer is this one.
These are usually scary places with scary stuff in it. I hear something scary.
The sound really tells you all you need to know.
Robots. All right. Well, come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it.
If I remember correctly, this place is like currently occupied by not bandits, but like I guess slavers probably. Because I think that's mostly of what's going on in the south, like the cave we were in.
Let's check out this room. We'll be like, hey, what's going on? What the hell is going on in here?
It looks fine,
Oh,
you
all right.
know. That's. I wouldn't worry about it, really.
Okay. Wait, the teens have been partying here, I think. Hold on. There's some light on the subject. Where's my torch?
On a leech.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for screaming. Ooh, bargain poison resistance. It's a bargain. Alright, so let's deal with these. Dipshy's gym feeder. Helvani bug musk. Value 100. Fortify personality by 40 points. Holy shit. Oh, we got all kinds of booze in here. We got some Mazda. We got some grief. We're gonna party when we get back to the Mages Guild. Oh boy. Tower shield. Peach glass bowl. Or Telvanni bug musk. Alright, so we'll be able to cheese our way through some personality encounters with that stuff later. Alright, so I guess a good
A
old...
little bit of liquid courage, or rather liquid charisma, is probably what I would call it for this.
Ooh, Sujama.
Sujama!
This one's liquid
Alcohol.
strength. Hey, a small kwama egg, one of the important food substances of Vardenfell. We'll learn about the kwama later. Ooh, this lantern's pretty, and we can actually use it as a light source, can't we? Which is more fun than a torch, because it makes blue light.
And it's less noisy.
Yeah. Alright. Andrasreth Propylon. Wait, there's a steel keg behind it. Bye. Oh, wait, no, it's just a regular barrel. Grat.
Barrel.
Alright, barrel gear. And then we have Mirandus Propylon. These might be one-way trips, right? These would be like ways to teleport between the fortresses.
Yeah. I kind of, if I remember correctly.
All right, we're going to quick save and we're going to try Mirandus. Let's go. You do not have the index. Oh, we need the keys.
Oh,
that's right.
Yep.
The index is the key for it. Okay.
Which usually I think is just on a person, if I remember correctly.
Property somewhere. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Well, those guys aren't friendly. All right, well, it's good enough for me. We're here to collect mushrooms, not pylon indexes. Okay, headed back. Nice day for it, or night. Never did figure out what that sound was.
I'm guessing they're just the pylons, but maybe not. It's hard to tell sometimes. I can't remember if it was that one or if it was one further north, but one of them has a scroll with levitate. one of
Ooh.
those forts.
Yeah, those forts tend to be high risk, high reward situations. Alright, hopefully we can get back over the hill to Balmora. Come on. We can do it.
The scaling ability as a player, Morrowind has a much better time than Skyrim did.
Hey.
But you're no horse.
You need 10 indices to be able to actually make full use of the network, and they work in a circle and allow transit to the 2 nearest Dunmer strongholds. Oh, okay, so those 2 that were listed there would be the closest adjacent ones, I guess. And then you could work your way around. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get stuck. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, this is why we carry a scroll of Alm Civi intervention, everybody. We sometimes shit gets a little silly.
Really, I would have thought it would be the flight one. Obviously, you need to go up.
Oh, right, yeah. Here, you know what? For funsies, let's try it. All right, here we go.
My save wasn't very far back anyway.
I can't jump because I'm technically not grounded. All right, well.
Yeah, you're constantly moving,
Yeah.
so you can't do the incantation.
But I just like can't physically jump, so that's. But I should be able to Alm Civi.
There we go.
Yay. People always getting stuck behind that house. The dev should have put a skeleton in there. All right.
As much as I would love to say they figured it out, no. ESO has a ton of places like that. There's a button for you to teleport out.
Yeah. They're like, listen, we could have either spent thousands of hours, like, designing the game to not accidentally have these traps, or we could just put a get out of the trap button in the game. And I wanted the wrong side of town. Dang it. Alright, I'm going to snooze my ad because I kind of want us to conclude on this turn-in.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Although there's an official add-on for a master index that still requires you to find all 10. But adds a quest giver that tells you the locations.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder if that's been loaded as part of the stuff we put on. There's the Mages Guild. Everybody, I brought booze and mushrooms. We're gonna party all night long. The thunder's gonna get real scary in a couple of hours. I've never completed.
Ironically, even though I always talk about how much I love this game the best narratively, between the 3 Elder Scrolls games I've played, this is probably the one I have like the least amount of completion on.
Nice.
I don't know, like it's just, I don't know why.
Has Negatron found the mushroom? Oh, you're a Jira, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I was a Jira, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Has Negatron found the mushrooms that Jira needs?
Yep.
Do you have samples of all the mushrooms? Luminous Rusula, Violet Copperdays,
Comrade Ajira.
She got excited.
Yeah.
Yes, these are all good samples. Now Ajira can write the report and be a journeyman of the Mages Guild. Ajira has made potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks you can use these.
Cool, I'm learning to be an alchemist too, Ajira. All right.
So store health. Very nice.
4 cheap restore health potions. Cool. Let's see. Wow. So my alchemy skill is very expensive to train. Alrighty. Well, we didn't do enough stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mr. Kennedy. Like, I think a lot of it is I didn't know what there was to complete. Like, you try to do your best to go to all the locations, but it
R-
doesn't mean you're going to run into every
right?
activity.
Like you get markers in Skyrim and Oblivion. You don't get markers in this. Hey, let's take the lad Mages Guild novice or whatever get into the cabinet over here.
A
Listen.
lockpick, probably.
Oh, you're right. Or, who's got an undoes? He's unhinging. I locked my key inside the thing again. All right. I'm gonna catch a nap. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this, V.
Yeah, of course. It's been a ton of fun.
Yeah. We'll probably proceed thusly on this playthrough. For as long as it takes us to grind through as much content in the game that we feel like grinding through. At a minimum,
Yeah,
the
and
main plot threads of the base game and DLCs. But, probably quite a bit more in addition to that as we go about it.
more than likely, hit the guild stuff, all that fun jazz. Yeah, it'd be great. And it's going to be a nice slow burn, and I'll still be having my ESO stuff kind of in tandem. And I think probably by the time we're a good ways into this game, I'll probably be in Vardenfell in that. And so we can kind of, like, maybe then I'll actually have another screen of something else going on, but we shall
You
see.
can have the cross-referenced information as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about, probably keeping it Morrow Wednesdays or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll keep doing the Elden Lore on Monday, or we could do Morrowind Mondays, Elden Lore Wednesdays. Probably.
Yeah, Morrowind kind of works for both, eh?
Yeah. It's convenient that way. So we can kind of just go with the flow in terms of each other's availabilities. You're welcome.
America Mondays for Elden Ring.
America Mondays. You're right.